Coaches love the cliches about making the most improvement between week 1 and week 2 of the season. But for the two teams coming into tonight's game, that's likely not what's been on their minds. Hurricane opened up the season with a tough loss to a very good Huntington team when a late field goal that would have forced overtime was blocked. Otherwise, Coach Donnie Mays was not too terribly upset with his team's effort in week 1. Spring Valley coach Brad Dingus had very little to complain about either when his team traveled across the river to South Point, Ohio, and curb stomped the Pointers. This week, a couple of teams who have had some classic games through their years will meet up again, and if it lives up to the history, expect very physical play. From Redskins Stadium on the campus of Hurricane High School, I'm Chris Lawrence, and this is High School Football Tonight, getting you ready for this evening's contest featuring Class Quad A number 4 Hurricane and Class AAA number 3 Spring Valley. My broadcast partner, Aaron Parker, joins me here in the booth at Redskins Stadium. The thing that jumps out at me that I think shocked me the most last week with the first game of the season was, I'll just say it right up front, was the play of A.J. Gregory. That guy became a factor, and we didn't even have him on the chart. And I talked a little more to Donnie Mays this week. Do you know, it wasn't until this year that he was even a running back. Going through middle school, the guy was a tackle. What a find that was for this Redskins offense.
Yeah, Chris, and it's fitting that A.J. Gregory came up through youth ball and middle school ball as a tackle. He's such a physical runner. Pair him with number 8, Kylan Grace, and it's a great 1-2 punch at the running back position. It caught me by surprise last week because so many great skill players at the receiver position for Hurricane, Tyshawn Dews, Julie Campton, Jolie Burnett, and I just did not see the running game being Donnie Mays' go-to against the Highlanders, but it was.
Well, you thought if it was going to be the running game, it was going to be the quarterback, Noah Velatambi, who a year ago was the running game, and now he's at quarterback, so he's a dual threat to throw it or run it, and he performed well last week as well.
Right, Velatambi, 2 touchdowns in the air, both to Shalik Hampton in the fourth quarter, and had a rushing touchdown of his own here on the left side. He played well, but didn't have to throw the ball as much as we might see here tonight. But if it's anything like last Friday, they might just pound the rock again, and Velatambi can do that as well.
Well, tempo, they love that up-tempo style. Hurricane, they love that up-tempo style, and when they were going and they got the rhythm going, they were really going down the field. Even that defense of Huntington was having a hard time keeping up with them as long as they got the ball spotted and they got under it again. Once they got that rolling, it worked well. Now, if you have a fumble or a loss, a play with lost yardage or something, that kills that momentum. But if you can keep that going, Hurricane is a pretty tough team to stop offensively if they are in motion.
Right, and it started last week with Kylan Grace around the second quarter. He really got the run game going, and then Gregory subbed in when Grace would need his occasional break because he would run 2, 3, 4 times in a row, just kind of pounding the rock down Huntington's throat, and Gregory came in and kind of surprised everybody. So it's no wonder they can go to it when there's 2 power backs that can run with authority, and they have good athleticism as well.
Hurricane defensively, though, is going to have to match up and find a way to stop Spring Valley. Spring Valley is a team that historically is just big, and they're just brute. They're brutes and brute force, and they force their will upon you. And you have to think that there's going to be limited opportunities here because they love to just hog the ball and slowly move it methodically down the field. They love a 14, 15, 16 play drive that ends in a touchdown, and they've taken 6 or 7 minutes off the clocks. So you've really got to take advantage of your opportunities because your possessions tonight against this team may be limited if you're Hurricane.
Right, Chris. That's been the MO for the Timberwolves for years, if not decades. Go as the line goes, and that's how they've played. And it's a great identity for them. So, like you said, Hurricane, the defensive front against Huntington at times, they looked winded, they looked gassed. They didn't exactly have their way in the first half. They ended up, getting a little bit right towards the fourth quarter. Joey Keano playing the linebacker, plugging the gap in the run game. He was good for Hurricane, but not too much consistency on the defensive front, and they're going to be tested again. 2 early tests for Hurricane on the defensive front.
Well, the Spring Valley team comes in here very un-Spring Valley-like. They've got a lot of skill guys, and they don't really have that big bruising fullback that you always anticipate that they would have through the years. They really go with a couple of guys, Miguel Kane out of the backfield, and Jalen Abercrombie, who will be one of their wideouts and line up in the slot sometimes. Cole Ferguson, another name that's pretty familiar with this Spring Valley team for the last couple of years. He's back as a senior, and their quarterback is Liam McGuire, a senior, who a year ago we watched him really run this team methodically. So they've definitely got some skill ball and some speed on this team. I think we'll see a lot of shotgun formation, but I'm not so sure they'll throw it as much as you normally would expect a shotgun team to do it. Look for a lot of veer and a lot of quick handoff and RPO and so forth for McGuire in this offense.
Yeah, Chris, there's a lot of skill and versatility with Spring Valley. Like you said, a little bit untraditional. You don't exactly have that power fullback that you rely on, but McGuire, very athletic. 3 touchdown passes just in the first quarter and a half against South Point last Friday. Abercrombie, a 3-year starter, kind of a D1 prospect. He can play the tailback position. He can spread out wide. Ferguson, a great route runner. They have a lot of options, and Hurricanes defensive backs are going to have to really press up and not give that 5, 10, 15-yard cushion that they gave Huntington.
Here's a little bit of telling about McGuire. He threw 5 passes last week. 3 of them were for touchdowns. But you have to consider that South Point, Ohio was so outmatched that you really don't know what this team has because they just manhandled him, and half the starters were out of the game before halftime, and they were just trying to get the game over with. So tonight will definitely be a different kind of litmus test for the Spring Valley team, and frankly for Hurricane as well, to see how they will perform against a different kind of competition than they saw a week ago versus Huntington. Thank you, Aaron. We'll catch up with you at kickoff. Straight ahead, though, we will visit with Spring Valley head coach Brad Dingus. You're listening to high school football tonight on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
580 WCHS is the voice of Charleston. 580 WCHS.
Welcome back to high school football tonight. Getting ready for Hurricane and Spring Valley here on 580 WCHS. Spring Valley is long known offensively for basically a run it straight at you, force their will, brute force, controlling possessions kind of football team. But Coach Brad Dingus tells me they still have that philosophy, but they may have a lot more athletes than beasts this year, and they operate out of the shotgun.
It's different. We don't get under center. I still think we're a physical type football team. Sorry about that. Probably don't have as much size as what we've had in the past, especially at the skill position. Got a little bit more athletes, so kind of gone to more of what suits our kids and gives us the best chance to win.
Who are some of those athletes that you talk about at the skill positions, and where do you line them up?
First, I think you got to start with Jalen Abercrombie. He kind of plays everywhere. He'll line up the backfield, but most of the time he's in the slot. We got Cole Ferguson back, who actually led us in receiving last year. It's different. We don't get under center. I still think we're that physical type football team. Probably don't have as much size as what we've had in the past, especially at the skill position. Got a little bit more athletes, so we've kind of gone to more of what suits our kids and gives us the best chance to win.
Who are some of those athletes that you talk about at the skill positions, and where do you line them up?
First, I think you got to start with Jalen Abercrombie.
Right.
He kind of plays everywhere. He'll line up in the backfield, but most of the time he's in the slot. We got Cole Ferguson back, who actually led us in receiving last year. Plays a wide receiver. Bryce Fuller plays wide receiver. Gabe Dixon plays wide receiver. And then our entire secondary's back from last year too. So, those guys will alternate at corner, and we got Dylan Robertson and Garrett Wagner back there at safeties who can also play a little bit of offense. And then, at tailback, we don't have that big thumper back there that we've normally had. We kind of got a shifty guy and Miguel Kane that can lower his shoulder. He's about 190 pounds, and then Shug Harris is a very good complementary back to him that's got a lot of speed. So, we got in track, we got our 4x1 and 4x2s kind of placed in the state track meet the last 2 years, and all 4 of them guys play football. So we're kind of not normal to have as much speed as what we've had.
You're not used to this kind of wealth.
No, yeah.
Last year, you guys absolutely took one right square in the noggin for 4 straight games, and that was because you did not have a lot of returners. You had a lot of young guys and a lot of 9th graders and 10th graders that they took their lumps, and those guys are all back. Like you said, Abercrombie and those guys, they're seasoned vets now.
Yeah. I know last year if you come up to practice, you would think we weren't here because nobody was old enough to drive. So the parking lot was empty. There's a lot more cars in the parking lot now, so that's a good sign. I still don't know if some of them can shave yet, but we went through some growing pains, and we didn't have very many seniors on that team, but the ones that played did a real good job of keeping the locker room together, because a lot of teams I think would have folded up at 0-4. And we had never been in that situation before. But, to turn around and win our last 6 and beat 2 playoff teams that I think won playoff games last year was big. And, we went up to Spring Mills and gave ourselves a chance to win that ball game. I wouldn't say we should have won, but we could have won. So, we kind of turned it around, kind of going in the right direction. And this year it's been, instead of trying to figure out what we have and moving kids around, just trying to find a groove, we kind of had one coming in, and we're a lot farther ahead this year than what we were last year.
Well, and you're in an entirely different situation because chances are pretty slim that you're going to make a playoff trip to the Eastern Panhandle again. You're now a AAA school as opposed to a Quad A, but you're still playing that Quad A schedule.
Yeah, we got 6 Quad A's on our schedule, so that might be more Quad A's than probably most of the Quad A schools have. So, it don't change for us, and we're still going to do that regardless what happens in the future. We like to test ourselves, and the only way you can get better in the regular season is play good competition. And, we got a pretty good stacked schedule, and, a real tough one starts this week.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Hurricane. Obviously, it starts with Velatombi, who, when you played him a year ago, was in the running back position, and he ran wild. Now he's the quarterback, so you got to deal with that.
I wish he would have graduated. That would have helped out. But, Noah's he's a good kid, and he's a good football player. And anytime you put the ball in that kid's hands, good things happen. And he was a beast at tailback, and there's nothing scarier than a quarterback that can run the football, and he throws it really, really well, and he's got some weapons on the outside, so it makes him really, really dangerous.
Well, we just talked about the fact that you do have some skilled guys with some speed. Do you feel like you can match up with their receivers?
I don't know if we want to get in the races or track meets, but we're more equipped this year to defend the pass than what we have been in the past. So. I like our kids. They've got a lot of Friday night experience. We've faced a lot of teams last year that had some speed. So it won't be anything that we're not used to, but we're still going to struggle.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck, buddy.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Generations Physical Therapy is
You need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
High school football tonight on 580 WCHS. Chris Lawrence with you, along with Aaron Parker. We're live at Redskins Stadium, getting ready for Spring Valley and the Hurricane Redskins. Hurricane dropped their opener a week ago against a very good Huntington team. Now, if you talk to Coach Donnie Mays, he certainly was disappointed with the outcome, but he was certainly not disappointed by how his team played.
I thought both teams played really well. It was a good high school football game. You know, I told the kids at the beginning of the week, one game will never define your season, but you can set the tone. And I think both teams kind of set the tone, even after coming with a loss. You know, I think our kids understand that, like, you know, we're a team that should be mentioned. And we worked for that for 3 straight years. I mean, we had a good first year, and then last year we came up short, but we don't want to be out of the talk this year. That's what matters, right? That, you know, this year's talk. So, you know, our kids come play hard. They come practice hard every day. So, you know, on Friday nights, their chance to prove themselves.
Noah performed about the way you would have expected him to. He played very well.
I thought he had an outstanding night. I think he threw for 162 and he ran for another 96. He had 2 touchdown passes and he ran 1 in. So, I mean, that's what a good football player does. So he stepped. I mean, you think about it. 11 games last year he didn't play quarterback. Jumps right back into it, smooth as silk.
Kalen Grace, we knew what you had in him, but A.J. Gregory came out of nowhere. I had to look him up on my sheet. Yeah. that was a pleasant surprise, the play that you got out of him.
Yeah, it's kind of like thunder and lightning for us because Kylan's a power back, and then A.J.'s kind of like your little strike a lightning bolt, you know, because he can get vertical real quick. And we like where we are with our backs, and then, you know, the third part of that is Noah. So, you know, I don't even know what we call him, but we have thunder and lightning. We'll figure out something. But they're all 3 really talented. But A.J. was just kind of – he's been waiting his time, you know. Last year he watched a lot of football, watched Kylan, watched Noah run the ball. But we had him out here at practice one day, and he was running so hard, so we knew we had something in him. And, you know, I credit Coach Martin Ward for getting him ready. So,
do you try to get he and Kylan in the game together, 2 men in the backfield like that, or do you still – keep one back there and put one out on the wing?
It's about staying fresh. It's about making sure that the guys are fresh at all times, making sure that, you know, that within our rotation that whenever they touch the ball, they're giving us 100% on every run.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you talked about you like to go tempo, and when you had tempo going, you could tell Huntington was feeling it.
Oh yeah, I thought we put our foot on the gas a couple times the other night. You know, I think the officials are getting in game shape too. So, you know, you look out there sometimes and they're just looking around, and we're wanting that ball on the ground and snapping it. But and I'm yelling, get down, get down, get down, because we want to go, and we do that in practice. And you know, we got backed up the other night on that last drive, but we do that every day. That's who we are. We go fast. If you give us the ball with 40-some seconds to go, and if we had a timeout or maybe 10 more seconds, I think we have a shot to legitimately get the ball in the end zone and win that ball game.
Yeah. When you get into that rhythm, though, it almost seems like the success builds on the success. It's literally a rhythm.
Yeah, offense is all about rhythm, and it's about making sure that you can get you execute your assignment, but you know, you hope that you can get them misaligned. You hope that you can get an explosive play here or there, and you know, and just build off the successes that you've had. Like when we got that early start the other night, we had that first drive. We got a first down, and then we went backwards. And then we didn't see the football because we had an interception for a touchdown. Score 7-7. We didn't see the football till the second quarter. So that was a long time our guys were out. So we really never got into a rhythm in the first half. Second half, I thought we got into a groove. We got into a real good rhythm, and I think it showed.
Speaking of that pick six, that made your defense shine a little brighter.
Definitely made our defense shine a lot. I mean, like it was you know, after you look at it and break down the numbers, we really only gave up like 390 yards total offense, which is, you know, that's pretty good against a talented football team like that. But we just got to make sure that we're getting our guys to the right place, getting our eyes to the right location, and making tackles. You know, making clean, open field tackles, because you know, their kids are athletic. Our kids are athletic too, but their kids like Tavion and Keegan and you know, Zal, those guys, when they got the ball in the hand, they can score anytime. So we just had to make sure that we make good open field tackles.
Now you talk about you know, limited possessions. That's what Spring Valley is predicated on. He would love to hold the ball, take the opening kickoff, and hold it and score right before the end of the first quarter.
Well, we just watched the game from last year upstairs, and it was 28-0 before you could blink an eye. So I mean, it was wild the way the game went, and it was like the tale of two halves, really. But we we got to put points when we got to score when we have the ball, and we got to put pressure on them. And if they score, we got to match it, or if we get the ball first, we got to score, make them match us. And that's what we do offensively, is move the ball fast enough that if we don't have it in our hands, it's a painful experience. And the other night when we're watching the ball game, we're like, we're going to get the ball back. That was our thought process. So when we finally did and got in that groove in the second half, it made everything a little smoother.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, the game with Spring Valley last year, I mean, they jumped on you early, and you had to play catch up the whole game there. I think you had to feel good about last week, how you did come back from a couple of touchdowns down and never did quit.
Yeah, it was. We had a little bit of fight in us in that night. 28-0. They had a kickoff return for a touchdown. They had a long 82-yard run, and then we gave them a long snap over the punter's head for a touchdown, and then I think something like we fumbled the ball down here, and then they scored again. So, like, before you looked up, I was like, holy cow, it's first quarter. I mean, we're talking about regrouping, and we still got another quarter to play. But our defense regrouped throughout the whole game and only gave up 7 points the rest of the way. I think we ended up scoring 48. It's probably the largest comeback the school's had, and we were down 25 at one point, but our kids battled, and they showed hard in that game last year, and I know Spring Valley remembers that. But so that tomorrow, or I'm sorry, the game this week is going to be built around that.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Feeling drained? Recharge.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
The kickoff here at Hurricane, between Hurricane and Spring Valley. Other games of interest tonight in Class Quad A. Huntington facing an even bigger challenge tonight. A week ago, they were here and won. But tonight, they travel all the way across the state of West Virginia to the number 2 Highlanders, taking on the number 1 Martinsburg Bulldogs, the perennial number 1 team in the state and the defending Class AAA champion, and now in Quad A. Elsewhere in Class Quad A tonight, University High at Parkersburg South. South is 0-1. PHS trying to rebound after that loss on the opening night, Wheeling Park. Cabell Midland plays Ironton, Ohio tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. That game to be played at Jones C. Edwards Stadium. Marshall, of course, is out of town. GW on the road tonight at John Marshall. Woodrow Wilson at Greenbrier East. That's a classic rivalry game. Parkersburg is at South Charleston this evening. Class AAA, Point Pleasant at Gallia Academy over in Ohio. And a game you'll hear over on 96.1 KWS. Winfield is at Herbert Hoover in what has become quite a rivalry in recent years. Hoover won with a comeback on opening night against Independence, and Winfield shut out Lincoln County last week. St. Albans travels to Underwood Field tonight, the annual Battle of the Bridge with Nitro. Oak Hill is at Riverside, and in Class AA at Clay County hosts Class Single A Buffalo tonight in Clay. Roane County is at Lincoln County. Sissonville travels to Logan. Midland Trail at Poca. Scott at Wayne. Mingo Central at West Side. And in a game from last night, Ripley beat Ravenswood 38-13. Time now for the Thrasher 3 Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Thrasher Group, specializing in the Thrasher 3, architecture, engineering, and field services. For Hurricane tonight, 3 keys. Match Spring Valley's physical play. Number 2, do not waste possessions because you don't know how many of them Spring Valley is going to give you. And number 3, take the fight to them and do not let up, jump on them early. For Spring Valley, the 3 keys: control the football and don't let Hurricane have it on offense. Hang on to it as much as you can. That's sort of their game plan all the time. Disrupt Hurricane's tempo, because tempo is what drives this Hurricane offense. And for Spring Valley, do not fall behind. They're typically not a team built to play catch-up football. The Thrasher 3 Keys to the Game, brought to you by the Thrasher Group, specializing in the Thrasher 3, architecture, engineering, and field services. Our game tonight featuring Spring Valley and Hurricane. Kickoff is coming up, and that'll do it for this edition of the High School Football Tonight on this Football Friday, September 6, 2024. I'm Chris Lawrence on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck. Catch a good deal on our wide selection of GMC Canyons. And don't miss out on these game-changing offers on our GMC Acadias. From game day to every day, we have a vehicle that fits your needs. So score big at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
Just take it, the open
We welcome you to Jim McGee Field at Redskins Stadium. Here on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston, Chris Lawrence with you here this evening as we get ready for the Hurricane Redskins and the Spring Valley Timberwolves. And both teams now making their way onto the field here at Redskins Stadium. Hurricane coming out decked in their all-red uniforms for tonight's contest. Spring Valley, blue pants, white jerseys, and light blue helmets. Aaron Parker joins me here at Redskins Stadium, and we're getting ready for the coin toss. Aaron, this should be a great game if history has anything to do with how these two teams play.
Right, Chris, and what a pair of challenges for the Redskins to start this season, Huntington and then Spring Valley. I mean, you play a good game against the Highlanders, but you fall short, and then you have an opportunity just 7 days later to return home to your home crowd and do it again with another team that has been in the playoffs for 16 straight years.
All right, as the teams prepare to meet at midfield to flip the coin, we'll run through the starting offenses for each. First, for the visiting Spring Valley Timberwolves, across the front line, senior Braden Casto is their center. The guards, Marcus Lewis and Drake Smith, and then Maddox Barron and Michael Shy are the tackles. At quarterback for the Timberwolves, Liam McGuire, 6'2", 195-pound senior. In the backfield, Miguel Kane, the junior, and then Will McClure is the senior fullback. Jalen Abercrombie, Cole Ferguson, and Bryce Fuller out there on the wings for the Timberwolves. For Hurricanes, starting with the center, the junior Mason Martin will be hiking the football tonight. The guards are Logan French and Braylon Brown. Drake Lanham and Ethan Chill are at the tackle positions. Quarterback for the Redskins, of course, is Noah Velatambi, who gets a lot of the attention on this offense. A dual threat quarterback, possibly could throw it or he could hurt you with his feet. He certainly does both very well. In the backfield, they'll split time. Kylan Grace and A.J. Gregory, who will, both juniors, who again will split time back there and try to keep somebody fresh in. Rhett McGrew and Shalik Hampton are on the wings, and Jaden Smith and Tyshawn Dews receivers. And then they will rotate in Burnett at times too, and Legros at the receiver position. So that's your offense for both Hurricane and for Spring Valley. The coin has been tossed. Aaron, what happened?
Looks like the Redskins won the toss. A little hard to see, nobody making the give me the ball motion, but I do believe Hurricane elected to receive. We'll see that in just a second, but Hurricane winners of the toss.
All right, then as they assemble, Donnie Mays giving some final instructions to his team as they prepare to take the field, and you are exactly right. It looks like Spring Valley's lining up in kickoff formation. Kicking it for the Timberwolves will be Ryan Minnick. So Minnick tees it up at the 40-yard line. They'll be moving left to right on your radio dial tonight. And we are just about ready to go here at Redskins Stadium. Deep to receive for Hurricane. Tyshawn Dews is back there. And also back there will be Sean Hampton and Sean Legros. Legros had a monster game at defense last week against Huntington. And we're just about ready, just waiting on the whistle to blow. And there it is. Here comes Minnick, puts his foot into it. It's going to come to an up man who makes the catch, loses the football, and it's recovered by Spring Valley. What a break for the Redskins. Coming up with it was Shalik Hampton, was trying to haul it in, and coming up with it for Spring Valley. We'll have to catch that name here in just a second. Logan Harris falling on the ball and recovering it for the Timberwolves. So what a break early for Spring Valley. Shalik Hampton was trying to haul it in, but it's almost like he just tapped it, and it's still a live ball. And right there, Harris was alert to jump on it right at the 27-yard line of the Redskins. Great field position for Spring Valley as they come to the line. Liam McGuire's got Kane to his left in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it to Kane. Miguel Kane at the 25, down to the 20, makes a man miss. He's at the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. They're going to say yes, touchdown Spring Valley. First play from scrimmage, Miguel Kane with a 27-yard scramble. And just like that, Spring Valley is on the board after a break on special teams.
What a nightmare start for the Redskins. On that kick, it looked like Shalik Hampton. He's hitting his helmet right now in the end zone, really beating himself up. Looked like he tried to fair catch the ball, was not expecting the ball to come to him. He fumbles, and Kane makes him pay.
Yeah, and you remember last year, Spring Valley built a 28-0 lead early on like this, and Donnie Mays referenced that in the pregame. Here's the extra point in the air, and it is good. So Minnick's kick is good, and with 11:49 to go, just like that, Spring Valley has a 7-0 lead. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
AT.com for more information.
11:49 to go in the first quarter. Quite the set of events for Spring Valley. They get the football on the opening kickoff after Shalik Hampton for the Redskins. Tries to fair catch it, Chris, and then drops the football. And Miguel Kane finds the end zone from 27 yards out, and it's already 7-0 Timberwolves.
Nice job by Spring Valley to watch the film and know who gets the football. They kick it right back to Hampton again, who's going to try to get it, and this time it's going to go out of bounds. So Hurricane will get good field position out of it, and they went right back to the well again. That time it did not quite work out as well for Spring Valley. But they will get an opportunity. The Redskins will get a penalty tacked on to the good field position here.
Yeah, and on the opening kickoff, Chris, the ball almost was right on the sidelines. It could have gone out of bounds if Hampton wouldn't have put his hands on it. Obviously, probably making the right play to try to catch it, but just did not corral it in naturally, and Spring Valley capitalizes.
Yeah, you have a tendency sometimes you got to remember that's a live ball. It's not like a punt. It's not dead as soon as you touch it. All right, they're going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line for Hurricane. And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Noah Velatambi has Colin Grace to his left. Snap. Velatambi keeping it himself. Coming to the near side. It's a reverse. They pitch it, but it's fumbled. Picked up by Tyshawn Dews. Dews gets back to the line of scrimmage on the far sideline, ahead to the 40 and about to the 47, 46-yard line. Tyshawn Dews. That was a great play. They had it developed perfectly, but Dews fumbled the football as he was trying to transition from the pitch from Velatambi. He did manage to get it back and turned it into a 6-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Redskins.
Nice little play there. It looks like the flip was good from Velatambi looking at the replay, but Dews kind of started running before he got the ball corralled.
2nd down and 4 for Hurricane. Velatambi, shotgun, fakes the handoff, looks, throws over. He's got a man there, incomplete. Good coverage that time from Spring Valley. Ball was intended for Shalik Hampton.
We're going to have to see how Velatambi does in the passing game. Obviously, he had a couple nice touchdown throws, really threading the needle to Shalik Hampton last week. But can he do it again today and in a bigger number?
Bray Booth with the coverage for Spring Valley. Velatambi now looking at a 3rd down and 4 from his own 41-yard line. Looks over, changes the play. Donnie Mays signals it in. Velatambi's got 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Grace is on the sidecar to the left, fakes the handoff. Velatambi keeps it, moves ahead. He's got 1st down yardage into more. He's up at midfield. He's going to be hit as he crosses into Spring Valley territory. He's going to be stopped at the Spring Valley 49-yard line. Good pickup that time by Velatambi on the quarterback keeper. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Spring Valley 49.
And that's a designed run for Velatambi to keep it and really just methodically watching his blockers and picking it up with ease right there. That's the threat of the run game right there.
Same formation. Velatambi, twin receivers either way, fakes the handoff. Looking. Pressure comes, throws it across the middle. It is complete. Right near the 1st down marker. Hauling that in for Hurricane was Burnett. How do you say his first name, by the way?
It looks like Jalay.
Jalay Burnett. And that'll be enough for a 1st down, picked up 10 yards. Snap back, Velatambi has trouble, handles it though, takes it forward. He's going to be hit, met immediately, and thrown backwards. He may have lost a yard. Spring Valley defensively coming in there for the Timberwolves, Madden Coble. It looks like he might have lost a yard.
And Chris, we saw that last week against Huntington. Velatambi multiple times over having trouble with the snap, whether it be on his part or a bad snap. We'll see if it doesn't bite the Redskins right here.
Velatambi, shotgun formation, takes it, hands it to Colin Grace. Grace, right side, follows his blockers, moves ahead, goes inside the 35. And they're going to say he's down at about the 31-yard line. Colin Grace picks up about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Grace, a very good runner. He's really the thunder that Donnie Mays was talking about, and Gregory the lightning.
Haven't seen Gregory yet. Here's Grace. They hand it to him. He goes to the right side, waits on his block, pushes forward, but he's not going to get that 1st down. They're going to wrestle him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So it'll depend on the spot of the football and where he went out of bounds, but I don't think he got enough. They're going to spot it at the 28. They may have to measure it.
Looks like they're going to measure it. To the naked eye, it looks like he's about half yard short. Definitely a decision here for Donnie Mays.
All right, so the officials clear folks out of the way, and they will get ready to measure the football. It looked to me like as he was pushing the pile, it did not appear that he was going to get there, but Grace had some power in those legs to push the pile forward, and he got it probably a lot more than I thought he would.
And he made a nice little stutter step to gain another yard before he really made contact with the Timberwolves. But the Timberwolves came with 2 or 3 defenders on him right there, and he wasn't able to use those big thighs to just thunder his way forward for another yard.
They're trying to get the chain stretched out here. It is going to be close. He got it by the nose of the football. 1st down, Hurricane. Ball's not quite to the 28-yard line, but it really didn't need to be.
Yeah, and a break there for the Redskins. You figured they would go for it 4th and inches right there, but regardless, that could be a play that you don't want to run, and they'll take the first down yardage right there inside the 30.
By the way, I'm told that the pronunciation on Burnett's first name is Jolly Burnett. Bellatombi, shotgun formation. Sidecar to the right, hands it off to Grace. Grace pushes forward. He's got running room. He's inside the 20, to the 15, down to the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. 28-yard run for Colin Grace from scrimmage, and the Redskins strike back.
What a run there by Kylan Grace. Trying to arm tackle big number 8 is not going to work for the Timberwolves. That's what they tried to do right there, and he got in with relative ease there, Chris.
He did indeed. 28-yard touchdown run for Kylan Grace. And now on to attempt the extra point is Seth Casto. Lining it up, getting ready. Casto's kick is in the air, and Casto's kick is good. We got a tie ball game, 7 apiece with 9:22 to go in the first period. This is high school football on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
It's Dave Allen for Parmar.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
22 left in the first quarter. 7-7 is your score after a nightmare first start to the game. Hurricane nods it up with an 8-play, 65-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 28-yard score by running back 1 in Kylan Grace.
Yeah, they had a pretty good drive there, and they got a favorable spot that put them in that first down situation, allowing Grace to get that touchdown. So, tie ball game. And we'll see the first kickoff from Seth Casto as he lines it up. Jalen Abercrombie deep to receive. Kick is in the air. It's going to be coming to one of the up men, and it's going to be taken at the 22, to the 25, over the 30. And ahead to the 35-yard line. Carrying the ball that time is Garrett Wagner for Spring Valley. So he returns it to about the 35-yard line, and that is where Spring Valley will start their drive.
Looks like Hurricanes trying to do the same kind of thing on the kickoff. Kind of a little bit of a pooch kick. It's going well past the 50, but really keeping it out of the hands of the best players, the best skill guys. Both teams doing that and making the up men really fight for the ball.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Spring Valley lines up. Hurricanes defense, a 4-man front for the Redskins. Liam McGuire, the quarterback for Spring Valley. And he's got Miguel Kane as a sidecar to the left. 1 man in the slot to the right, and receivers either way. Brings Abercrombie in motion. Hands it off to Kane. Kane pushing right up through the middle. Finds running room ahead over the 40. To about the 43-yard line goes Miguel Kane. That was a nice run and a nice trap block that time by that Spring Valley front line.
Kane, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, very patient runner right there, running right behind his blocks, even extending the forearm out to make sure the block is thrown, and he really punches it in for 8 yards.
Hurricane always in a rush. Spring Valley taking their time. 8:45 on a winding first quarter clock. Timberwolves come to the line, 2nd down and 2. Shotgun formation. McGuire takes it, gives it to Kane. Kane, a lot of running room right side. He's got a first down and more. Flag comes into the backfield. And so his first down run that takes it into Hurricane territory may be negated. Let's see what the call is. Flag is back at the 42-yard line. He got to the Hurricane 49, but let's see what the call will be. The flag was thrown by the side judge on the near sideline. It's going to be a hold against Spring Valley. So that will negate a really good run by Miguel Kane and will march them backward. So instead of 1st and 10 in Hurricane territory, they're going to move the ball all the way back to the 33-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 13.
And that's a hold on number 27, Will McClure, holding the jersey on the right side there, negating the run.
Here come the Timberwolves to the line. Receivers left and right. Now they've got the old T formation. Send a man in motion left to right. McGuire takes the ball, hands it again to a new runner into the game. We'll get his name in just a moment. Flag comes in at the end of the run. It's going to be Logan Harris. He was the one that recovered the fumble on the opening kickoff. Flag comes in. He picks up about 3 yards. Let's check the flag.
Looks like it might be another hold. Let's see.
And if it is, Spring Valley doing themselves no favors here tonight. And Donnie Mays, apparently it is against Spring Valley because Donnie Mays wants to know his options, and they are explaining them to him.
It was a good pursuit there by Drake Lanham, number 54, the Marshall commit. Did not make the tackle, but a good pursuit to force the hold.
It is going to be holding again, but this time the Redskins will decline it. So the play will stand, and it will put them in a 3rd down and 9 situation. So 2 back-to-back holds. One of them negated a really good run. That one, they blew up the down. 3rd down and 9. Ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line. McGuire brings him to the line. He sends trips to the left this time. Lone receiver over on the near sideline. He's got one sidecar in the backfield. Brings a man in motion left to right. Lines him up in the slot. The snap, fake, throws. Screen pass is complete. Up over the 40, pushing ahead. Not going to make it to the 1st down marker. Hauling it in, Cole Ferguson, but they stopped him shy of the 1st down marker, so that's going to be 4th down, and Brad Dingus is going to have a decision to make.
Good defense there by the Redskins, pursuing Cole Ferguson, who just got the holding on the prior play. Makes a nice little play right there, but with the penalty before the Cole Ferguson penalty, it's just too much for the Timberwolves. We'll see if they punt or they elect to go for it.
Yeah, he needed 9. He got 8. Ball spotted at the Spring Valley 44. It'll be 4th down and 1. They're huddling up. I don't know if they sent in the punter or not. Typically, Wagner is the punter. No, it would appear that they're going to go for it, but let's see. Liam McGuire brings him to the line. Maybe they're going to try to draw Hurricane offside here. McGuire sets him up. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hand it off to Kane. Kane pushing forward. He's pushing. Hurricane's big line hits him. It's going to be close. It will depend on the spot. I don't believe he got it.
That is close.
They're unpiling him right at the 45-yard line, which was the line to make, and it will really depend on the spot at this point. They have put the ball down. It looks like the nose is over, and yes, they are going to give him a 1st down.
Looked like the body was right on the line. The arm might have been right in front. It looks like he got it by the nose of the football. Twice already the nose of the football coming into play.
So 1st down on a big 4th down conversion for Spring Valley by Miguel Kane. Twin receivers to the right. And 1 man in the slot on the right side. Sidecar to the left. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper for McGuire. McGuire drives forward. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Right to midfield goes Liam McGuire.
McGuire 6'2", 195. You don't really want to mess around with that. He's got athleticism. We'll see how much the read option comes into play. Obviously not going to be as much as Noah Velatambi, but we'll see if that could be a little wild card for the Timberwolves.
Takes it for 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Spring Valley breaks the huddle. 6:35 on a winding 1st quarter clock. We got a tie ball game, 7-7. Timberwolves sets him down. Liam McGuire, quarterback. Calls for it out of the shotgun. Drops back. Play action. Throws. Man is there, and it is complete, but he's not going to pick up much. And coming up with the catch is Will McClure. So McClure caught it right at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by that Hurricane secondary to come up and meet him, and he did not gain anything. He got right back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Looked like WVU commit Tyshawn Dews was able to commit right there and get up on him. I know he had a couple plays against Huntington on the defensive side of the ball where he was giving up too much space. Really played the intermediate game really well right there.
Yeah, good job by Dews that time defensively. 3rd down and 5 for Spring Valley. Clock continuing to wind at 5:47 here in the 1st quarter in Hurricane. McGuire brings him to the line. Sends a receiver left and right, and he's got 2 men in the backfield on either side of him. Snaps it, hands it off to Abercrombie. Abercrombie turning the corner. He's going to get the first down, and into Hurricane territory goes Jalen Abercrombie. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. Takes it down to Hurricanes 43. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. This drive working pretty well for them.
Yeah, Abercrombie, you got to know where he's at all times. That's what Brad Dingus said. You have to have eyes on him, and he can play multiple positions, and that's what we see right there.
All right, McGuire breaks the huddle, brings his team to the line. He's going to have the twin receivers left and one to the right this time. One man lining up in the slot to the right side. Snap. Keeps it himself. McGuire goes to the left, shoves his way forward. He's going to pick up about 3 down to the Hurricane 40-yard line.
I like the way Liam McGuire runs. Really just falls forward for another 2 yards about every single time he keeps the ball. If you put contact on him, going to have a couple defenders to bring him down.
And they've really been mixing it up, too, between pass and run, and they've really had quite an array of things to throw at this Redskins defense, and for the most part, they're moving the ball effectively. McGuire in the shotgun. He's got Kane to his left. Hands it off to Kane. Kane right up the middle, not much there. Still on his feet, keeps his legs driving. And you can give credit for the tackle that time to Hurricanes' Ethan Chill.
Chill was the first to get him there.
Was not going to turn him loose.
Chill first to get him right there. Drake Lanham came in and helped him with the tackle, but a great pursuit by Ethan Chill.
Picks up about a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. 4:12 on a winding first quarter clock. And here comes McGuire. Shotgun formation. Trips to the left this time. Brings one man in motion. That's Ferguson. Lines him up in the slot to the left. Snap. Drops back. McGuire. Play action. Going to keep it himself. Runs forward. Makes a man miss. Did not make him miss. He fell down. Great open field tackle that time.
Is that Keanu? Looked like he got him by the shoestrings.
I think Velatombi was in there and got him by the shoestrings.
Might have been Velatombi. What a tackle.
I thought he was going to be able to make him miss, and he almost did. But that's going to bring up 4th down for Spring Valley, and I think the Timberwolves look at this as 4-down territory.
And that was Joey Keanu on the shoestring tackle. What a play there to get his feet. And they're ready to go, it looks like.
And it looks like they're going to take a timeout to talk this one over. So Spring Valley takes their first timeout. 3:21 to go in the first period. 7-7 is our score. Be back in a moment on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Feeling drained? Recharge at Vital Flow.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Welcome back to high school football on 580 WCHS. 3:21 to go in the first period. 7-7 ball game here between Hurricane and Spring Valley. Spring Valley facing a 4th down and 5. Ball is on Hurricane's 38-yard line. As the Timberwolves, looks like they're going to go for it after calling the timeout.
They've converted once already on this drive. They're ready to go again.
They had the timeout huddled, and then they went out and huddled up again. All right, here comes McGuire. They've converted, as Aaron said, 1 4th down already. Twin receivers to the short side of the field. That's the left. McGuire takes back, throws across there. He's got a man. That's Ferguson at the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. Cole Ferguson hauling in a clutch catch for the Timberwolves. as he ran the post route and pretty much went between the defenders. Takes it down to the 15-yard line of the Redskins. That was a great fourth down conversion.
It looked like to the naked eye that was a low percentage throw by Liam McGuire going through the defense right there. Ball was kind of low, but it just kind of hung up in the air, and Ferguson kept his eye on it the entire time, and what a great play by Ferguson to get into near the red zone.
Certainly not the kind of play you expect out of Spring Valley. I mean, they're mixing it up, and McGuire is on target throwing. He's had a couple of great passes tonight. Typically, Spring Valley's the team that's just going to grind it right into your face. But they've got a different set of athletes this year. McGuire, shotgun formation. Takes the snap, hands it to Kane. Kane cuts it back to the left, takes it down inside the 10-yard line. Miguel Kane with the run for the Spring Valley Timberwolves.
Really starting to chew up this first quarter clock.
That has not changed with Spring Valley. As I said, one of the keys to the game for Hurricane is you're going to have to score every time you get the football because Spring Valley does not relinquish it very often. Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Timberwolves. Ball spotted at Hurricane's 8-yard line. Here comes Spring Valley to the line. Kane is the sidecar to the left. McGuire out of the shotgun formation. Brings a man in motion. That's Abercrombie. Snap. Fakes the handoff. McGuire keeps it himself. Tries to run it right up the middle, but there's nothing there except a red wall. He might have gotten a yard or two, but that's about it.
Makes you wonder right here, if Spring Valley goes to the air and say it's an incompletion, is it 4-down territory again? They're right there knocking on the door at the 8-yard line. They've converted twice. They want 6 right here.
I'm not sure how good a leg Minnick's got, but you would think that, you'd take the points here. We'll see. They've got 3rd down and about 1, so certainly they've got an opportunity to get a first down without getting the score. We'll see what Brad Dingus pulls out of his bag of tricks right here. Hurricane digging in its heels. Shotgun, and this time they put Kane over on the right side, and they got McClure in the slot to the right, basically right behind the guard. They bring Abercrombie in motion. McGuire, the keeper, turns it back to the inside. Second effort, I think he got the first down, pushes it down inside the 5. Liam McGuire, I thought they had him stopped at first, but he, on second effort, twisted his body and got it inside the 5 to just inside the 5, and that was enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal as the clock goes inside of a minute at 48 seconds here.
And Stephen Lusher, the defensive lineman for Hurricane, really pursued him really good right there. Got him, looked like he could get him for a loss right there and force 4th down, but a great run by McGuire to keep going push forward.
They might get one play off here, 33 seconds. McGuire's going to bring him to the line. Keep in mind, Spring Valley's got their back to the clock right now. So they line up. The sidecar is Kane. He's on the left this time of McGuire. Shotgun formation brings Abercrombie in motion. Snap, hand it off. Nope, pitch it out to. They pitched it out to Abercrombie, who had trouble hanging on to it. He tried to sell it as a catch. Did they call it in? They did not call it incomplete because they didn't stop the clock. So he caught it behind the line of scrimmage and fell down, lost a couple of yards, and that's going to end the first period. 7-7 your score after 1. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
We welcome you back to Redskins Stadium after 1. It's Hurricane 7, Spring Valley 7. That was, in fact, a catch that Abercrombie made on that final play of the first quarter. He held on to it, but he lost 4 yards. He'd have been better served just to let it fall.
Right, kind of an unorthodox play right there. I'm sure Brad Dingus would have liked to see Abercrombie just let the ball fall on the carpet. The clock stops. He makes kind of a tough catch, but for no purpose. And now it's 2nd and 10 yards out now.
Yeah, he had a catch for -4 yards. So now it's 2nd and goal. They're at the 9-yard line. And it looks like this time McGuire may go up under center. Got a new man in the backfield. That's going to be Bo Christopher. Lined up right behind him. Under center he goes. Snap. They hand it to Christopher. Christopher going nowhere. My goodness gracious, what a hit. Got introduced to big Darian Davis. And that was the end of that. So it will be 3rd down.
Darian Davis, man, he shot the gap right there, read that play like a book, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like they lost a couple.
Yeah, there was no running through that. He got back to the line of scrimmage. They got it at the 9, so it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 9. Hurricanes defense stiffening here deep in the red zone as the second quarter is underway at 11:24 and rolling.
Not sure how he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Back to the shotgun formation. McGuire, and he's got Miguel Kane on his left. 3 receivers strung out to the right. Snap back. McGuire looking into the end zone. Now he's going to scramble. Throws it. Sees the man. It is. Did he catch that inside? That's going to be Cole Ferguson. Touchdown, Spring Valley. I thought that was going to be deflected, but it was caught right under the goalpost, and I wasn't sure if he was in bounds when he caught it. But they do indeed say touchdown, Spring Valley.
What a catch by Cole Ferguson. Pretty much an optical illusion on that play. Kind of goes behind the defensive back. Looked like it was going to be either maybe a tough interception play right there or an easy bat down, and neither one of those happened, and Ferguson said, I'll take that all day long. What a touchdown.
Yeah, I thought sure that was going to be batted away. It was not. It was hauled in, and on the second play of the second quarter, Spring Valley takes a 14-7 lead with 11:03 to go. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Putnam County.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
It's 14-7 is your score. Spring Valley takes the lead after a 15-play, 65-yard drive, capped off by a 9-yard touchdown catch by receiver Cole Ferguson. What a catch there by Ferguson, Chris.
Yeah, it was. It was so good I didn't even see it. I wasn't sure if he was in bounds when he hauled it in. The ball just disappeared, and then the next thing I knew, he had it in his hand. But I was questioning if he was out of the end zone when he caught it. They said, in fact, he was in, and it's 14-7. For the Timberwolves.
And it was Jaden Smith on the coverage right there. Looked like he could get a hand on that, just did not.
Minnick lines up to kick it away. Let's see where they send it this time. Kick is straight up in the air. It's going to come down again. Fair catch called for this time by Shalik Hampton, and this time he makes the fair catch.
Chris, the ball will find you. It will find you every time. He leaned back on that one to make sure it went into his stomach.
They've kicked it at him 3 times tonight. The first one was a disaster as he allowed them to pick it up after he didn't haul it in. The second one went out of bounds, and that one he called the fair catch, and he made it right at the Hurricane 27-yard line, and that is where the Redskins will start this drive, trailing 14-7. 11:03 to go here in the second period. Glad you're listening in this evening. Chris Lawrence, Aaron Parker, and back at Network Control in Charleston is producer Dale Cooper running the show tonight. Velatombi, shotgun, rolls to the right, looking down, pressure coming. Velatombi's just going to throw it away. He had pressure coming hard that time. And he had to get rid of it quickly.
Looked like it was Tristan Watts, the defensive lineman. Really went unblocked right there. Made a really good move. Velatombi didn't really have a chance.
Yeah, some deceptive speed by him, too. He runs pretty well for a defensive lineman.
He can get down the line. I want to see his 40 time.
Yeah, he was picking him up and putting him down. Velatombi certainly felt the heat. So that means it'll be 2nd and 10 for Hurricane. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Velatombi directs where he wants everybody to go. Twin receivers either way, and it looks like he's got Grace in the backfield. Snap back, fakes a handoff to Grace. Velatombi stands in there. Long pass downfield. It is overthrown. Intended for Tyshawn Dews. Just could not catch up with the football, and pretty good coverage defensively that time for Spring Valley.
Good coverage. Velatombi trusting his line. He pretty much had all day to throw it, and he really took his time, threw it downfield, just overthrew it. And Tyshawn Dews is a burner, and if you're overthrowing him, it's truly an overthrow.
Yeah, and Garrett Wagner was with him step for step. Pretty good coverage by him. 3rd down and 10. Lone man in the backfield is Velatombi. Drops back. He's going to throw it over to the left side on the bubble screen. It is complete to Dews. Dews up to the 30, to the 35, into the open field. Look out, he is gone. To the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, 73 yards. Touchdown pass off of the bubble screen, and Tyshawn Dews.
What an individual effort there by Dews.
Actually, I don't believe that was Dews. That was Burnett.
No, it was Dews.
Was it Dews?
It was Dews. They're celebrating in unison. It was Tyshawn Dews, and that's why you give it to him right there on the bubble screen. You let him go. He is a burner, like I said before. You can just give him the ball and let him work, and that's what they did right there.
So a 73-yard touchdown pass to Tyshawn Dews, just off the bubble screen, and he made it happen with his feet. And we're a point away from tying it up. On to attempt the extra point, Seth Casto. The snap high, but he handled it. Kick is in the air, and it is good. So with 10:35 to go in the first period, 14-14 ball game. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Peyton Law Firm proudly supports Hurricane High School athletics.
Thank goodness.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
Here at Redskins Stadium in Hurricane. 14-14 is your score, a 73-yard touchdown catch by Tyshawn Dews on 3rd and 10, proving why he belongs in Morgantown next year, Chris.
Indeed, tied it up. A lot of speed there. Tie ball game at 14 apiece. Velatombi just fed it to him and let the big dog eat. And once he was into the open field, there was nobody going to catch him. So Casto lines up to kick it away. Abercrombie is deep for Spring Valley. Kick is in the air, and it's going to come down to one of the up men at the 20, to the 25, up to the 30, to the 35, up over the 40-yard line. And that's going to be Garrett Wagner hauling it in. Takes it ahead to about the 44-yard line, so good field position for Spring Valley to start this drive.
Exactly, and that's kind of the game they've been playing, both Spring Valley and Hurricane, kind of this little half pooch kick, not really sure what the motive is outside of Spring Valley. Spring Valley will do it all day as they got a scoop and score almost basically on the first play, but Hurricane has not really succeeded on that play.
All right, so they're having a conversation. Apparently there was a flag, and they're going to mark it against Spring Valley, marching it back. There was a block in the back, so that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. They'll take it back, and Spring Valley will start at the 31-yard line rather than the 41-yard line. We got 10:29 to go in the first half, and a tie ball game at 14 apiece. Liam McGuire sends 2 receivers to the left and 2 over to the right, and he's got a sidecar to his left in the backfield. The snap, he drops back, flags fly, stopping play before it even gets started.
Looks like a procedural penalty. Yep, false start.
It's going to be a false start against the Timberwolves. That's going to back them up 5 more yards. Now they got 1st and 15. So what was a good return on the kickoff has been squandered by Spring Valley, as they're now back at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 15. McGuire breaks the huddle. Sends twin receivers either way. And he's got Miguel Kane as the sidecar to the left. Shotgun formation. Hurricane shows blitz. Snap. Handed off to Kane. Kane trying to find his way through. He gets it ahead picks up back up close to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little past that. You're going to say he picked up 7, so that's going to make it 2nd down and 8.
And Kane trying to be that patient runner that we saw last week in Keegan Sack, really using that first cut to go off of his blockers and get downhill fast, but the Redskin defensive line and linebackers playing really well right there on that.
Ball,
Kane.
Ball at the 33. McGuire brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation, twin receivers either way. Fakes the handoff, drops back, play action, long pass downfield, wide open. Abercrombie at the 30, at the 20, the 10, touchdown Spring Valley. It's going to be a 67-yard touchdown pass from Liam McGuire to Jalen Abercrombie, and flags are going to fly in the end zone after the touchdown. My guess is that's probably going to be a celebration penalty, but we'll find that out in just a moment. What a pass.
What a bomb downfield.
And how open was Jalen Abercrombie?
He had 10 yards on his defensive back. Spring Valley really surprising me with the way they've used the run and the pass game, and clearly McGuire can throw the ball downfield, and we're seeing it right now.
Well, and it didn't surprise just you. That surprised the Hurricane secondary as somebody missed the assignment, and Abercrombie was allowed to get loose. And he, like you said, was at least 10 yards open on the way down. They're trying to sort out the penalty flag that flew. See what. Yes, they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct against Spring Valley. And they will assess it on the kickoff. So, 20-14 with the Ryan Minnick extra point pending here for Spring Valley with 9:40 to go in the first half. It has been quite a first half. Minnick awaits the snap. There it is. Kick is in the air, and the kick is good. 21-14, Spring Valley takes the lead with 9:40 to go here in the second. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Feeling drained?
Who caught that touchdown?
Need a lawyer? Then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
9:40 left in the second quarter. It's 21-14. Spring Valley leads Hurricane. They start the series with a little 2-yard rush up the middle, setting up for a deep bomb, a 67-yard touchdown pass by McGuire, caught by Jalen Abercrombie. Had so many steps on the Hurricane defense.
Man, I tell you what, you will not find a prettier pass than that one to Jalen Abercrombie from Liam McGuire. He hit him in stride, and Abercrombie's got wheels anyway, and once he caught it in stride, there was no chance of catching up to him. I just can't believe how he got that open across the middle of that Hurricane secondary. There was only one guy back there, and he was 10 yards away from him.
And this is what we saw last week against Huntington. Back and forth battle. Donnie Mays probably not too happy with his coverage, and it's the same story over again.
They'll kick it from the 25 after the penalty. They kick it again, and it's going to be fielded at the 35, up over the 40, to the 45, across the 50, to the 45, and down to about the 43-yard line. On the return that time,
Sean Legros.
So Legros with a pretty good return. That sets up Hurricane in good field position. They will have it at Spring Valley's 42-yard line. Legros, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that had the pick 6 last week against Huntington.
Yes, he did. He's got long legs out there in the secondary, and he's great on the kickoff unit. He's showing why he can do it right there.
So Kylan Grace is out there. We've not seen A.J. Gregory after he had a great game last week. Haven't moved him in there any this evening. Bellatombi. He's got Grace to his right. Snap back. They fake it to Grace. Bellatombi. Long pass downfield. Man is there. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Shalik Hampton. And Hampton beat his coverage. He just stopped and let his coverage go by and went up for it, but went right between his hands. That was Bryce Fuller on the coverage, and neither one of them could haul it in. 2nd and 10 for Hurricane, 9:27 to go. Clock stopped with the incomplete. Hand off to Grace. Grace pounding up the middle. He's at the 40, breaks away, pushes it down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Colin Grace going to pick up about 6 yards.
Grace welcomes contact. You're going to have to get him down on the 2nd or 3rd effort, and right there was about the 3rd or 4th.
Hard running by Colin Grace. 3rd down and 4 for the Redskins. Velatami, shotgun formation. Hands it to Grace again. Nope, fakes it across the middle, and it is caught for the 1st down. And hauling it in that time was Jaleel Burnett. Burnett across the middle, and he takes it down to the 25-yard line. That is enough for a Hurricane 1st down.
Looked like Burnett, the ball was a little bit behind him, did a really good job. Great concentration there to move the sticks.
And a great 3rd down conversion for this Redskins team. They needed that bad. Beltombi takes the ball, throws it, screen again. It is complete on the left side. And hauling it in that time for the Redskins was Noshawn Hampton. Hampton picks up about 4 off the screen pass.
Looked like Dews was not really able to get off his block right there on the outside. If so, Noshawn Hampton might have been able to have a house call right there.
21-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Snap back, fakes to Grace, throws across the middle, and it is over the head of his intended receiver, Rhett McGrew, and McGrew was open. Just to let him a little bit too far, McGrew couldn't get up there to get it. McGrew's 6'2", so when it's that high, you know it was up there.
Yeah, that was an overthrow by Velatambi. Rhett McGrew, one of the better blockers on this team, really lining up as the tight end a lot of the times. He had 3 touchdown receptions last year. Didn't really get involved in the passing game last week against Huntington. Tried to right there.
All right, looks like Spring Valley's going to take a timeout as they line up for a 3rd down and 6. 8:14 to go here in the 2nd period. And it's a tie, Hurricane trails 21-14. You're listening to high school football on 580 WCHS.
Or big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck.
At a 3rd down and 6, they've got the ball at Spring Valley's 21-yard line. And Donnie Mays is taking every single moment of the timeout Spring Valley called to tell his team what he wants to do. So he lines up with 3 men to the right side split out. And he's going to send Tyshawn Dews to the short side of the field on the left. Kylan Grace will be the sidecar to the right for Noah Velatambi, operating out of the shotgun formation. 3-man front for Spring Valley. Ball is on the turf. Oh, and he is hit immediately. Kylan Grace picked up the ball that was mishandled by Velatambi. It hit the turf, came right up to Grace, who tried to field it. He got his hands around it, but was immediately hit by that Spring Valley defensive front. Lost a couple of yards on the play. Actually lost 3 all the way back to the 24-yard line, and now it's going to be 4th down and 9 for Hurricane. And Donnie Mays has a decision to make.
And not too bad of a snap right there. Velatambi a little lackadaisical on receiving that snap. It wasn't the best snap on earth, but it was definitely catchable, and he really tried to do it all with one hand.
And now I think Donnie Mays wants to talk it over. He will take a timeout as well. So 7:33 to go in the first half, 21-14. Spring Valley with the lead. 4th down for Hurricane when we return. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Or big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Welcome back to Redskins Stadium and Jim McGee Field here in Hurricane. 7:33 to go in the first half. 21-14 is the score. Hurricane is deep in Spring Valley territory, but the Redskins are facing 4th down and 9, and it looks like they are going to go for it. Ball is at the Spring Valley 24-yard line. They need to make it to right at the 15 is where the marker will be. Vellatombi, pistol formation. Snap back, fakes the handoff to Grace. Looking, Vellatombi throws it, and it is overthrown, intended for Tyshawn Dews, tried to lead him, in Spring Valley holds. Defensively, what a stand for the Timberwolves. And Hurricane had Dews open, but Vellatombi's throw was just a little over his head, and it falls incomplete. Ball goes over on downs, and it'll be Spring Valley football at the 24. I said this in the pregame. Hurricane cannot squander possessions. They have to take advantage of them, and that one right there was one that they should have gotten in.
Interesting play call by Donnie Mays right there with a play action on 4th and 9. You pretty much know the ball is going to go into the air.
Well, in his defense, Dews was open. Just could not handle the throw. Spring Valley hands it off to Kane. Kane trying to find a way to the right. Defensively for Hurricane, nothing doing there. Great job, great containment by that Redskins line. And the linebacking crew and corners coming up to stop him, in fact, throw him for a 2-yard loss.
And going back to that 4th down play, if the ball was dumped off to Dews, he was behind, kind of near the line of scrimmage. Do you think he could have got to the markers there? He needed about 9 or 10 from where he would have caught the ball.
Well, he was open, and he probably, as soon as he got it as fast as he would have probably had 5 or 6 yards. I think he probably would have, but we'll never know. 2nd down and 12. Clock rolling at 6:47. Spring Valley, who leads by a touchdown, in no hurry. Would certainly like to build on this lead going into the locker room because they get the ball in the second half to start. Snap to McGuire. Drops back, looking. Pressure comes. He keeps it. Moves forward. He gets just past the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he even got a yard on that. Again, good pressure by Hurricane to leave him very few options. McGuire is tackled for no gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and 12.
And that was Kylan Grace, the linebacker right there. Also the running back, and like we said, he welcomes contact, and he really put the helmet down into the chest right there.
Yeah, defensively, Hurricane trying to get a quick 3 and out here and get that ball back. 6:04 to go in the first half. Clock is winding. Spring Valley would love to just milk it down, and they've got 3rd down and 12 here to get it done. You have to believe they're probably going to go to the air. McGuire drops back, throws it. Man is open, and it is complete at the 25. Gives ground, picks it up, spin move up over the 30-yard line, but he is not going to get the first down. Bryce Fuller with the reception takes it ahead to about the 32-yard line. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of where he needed to be for the first down, so I would have to believe that in this situation, Spring Valley will punt it away, but we will see.
You'd think, but hard to tell. Nice play there by Fuller. Had a touchdown in the first quarter off the bobble against South Point. Made a great little spin move right there. Just could not get to the sticks.
Well, what do I know? Looks like McGuire's coming back in there. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 2. Let's see if they try to draw Hurricane off sides here and get a freebie. McGuire sends twin receivers to the right and a single man out to the left. And he's got Kane to his left. And I think that's what they're trying to do, catch Hurricane listening. That did not work, so Spring Valley cannot draw them off sides. And they will take their final timeout of the first half. 4:51 to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will get an update on scores, including that game between Huntington and Martinsburg. What did you say that score was? Check that score for me again.
I believe it was 28-15 at half.
28-15. It started out, Martinsburg was wearing out the Highlanders. However, I think things settled down for Huntington. And they still trail, but what a game over in the Eastern Panhandle. Of course, they'll have Plenty about that on Metro News Game Night coming up after coverage of our game here tonight. Fred and Dave will have all the scores from across the state of West Virginia, plus interviews with the coaches, players, and reporters at games throughout West Virginia. Metro News Game Night. When you're driving across West Virginia on a Friday night, you need only hit scan one time, and you'll pick up Fred and Dave somewhere between 10 and midnight on a Friday night in West Virginia. 49 radio stations picking that up in their 23rd year of broadcasting Metro News Game Night, the award-winning show that there is no other like it in the United States. All right, 4th down and 2. And it would appear that Spring Valley's still going to go for it. Couldn't draw him off sides, so McGuire is in there at quarterback. Let's see. It might be a quick kick, too. We'll see what happens. The snap. McGuire keeps it himself, pushes forward, and he's not going to get there. Hurricanes defense rises up and stops him cold right there at the line of scrimmage, shoves him backward, and the ball's going to go over on downs. So interesting call there by Brad Dingus, hoping to catch Hurricanes sleeping. They were not, and defensively they were ready.
There's no such thing as quote-unquote 4th down territory for Dingus. It's all 4th down territory right there. Trying to catch Hurricane napping, but not going to do that on a quarterback sneak after a timeout. Not going to get the D-line napping right there. Big stop for the Redskins with 4:45.
So ball goes over, 4:45 to go here in the first half, and Hurricanes got another opportunity here to score and tie it up going into the locker room. 4:45 for this offense is an eternity. Velotambi, twin receivers to the left. Snap back, and they hand it off into the hands of Gregory, making his first appearance in the game tonight, and he takes it ahead inside the 30. A.J. Gregory with his first carry of the evening. He's going to pick up about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball spotted at the Spring Valley 27-yard line.
Gregory, fresh legs. Kylan Grace making a couple tackles on the last stand and running the ball in the first and second quarters. Let's see what A.J. Gregory has.
And Gregory's in there. He's the sidecar to the right. Snap, they hand it, fake it. Velotambi keeps it himself. He's got the first down, pushing it down close to the 20-yard line. We're going to say he stopped at the 21-yard line, and that will be enough for a Hurricane first down. Yes. We're going to spot it at the 22, actually. It'll be a first down for the Redskins. 3:57. Clock is stopped as they move the markers. Velotambi's got his team ready. They're going to try to play tempo. Sidecar to the left this time is A.J. Gregory. Shotgun snap for Velotambi. Fakes it, throws it. It is complete to Burnett. Burnett is hit as he catches it. Picks up about 4 yards down to the 19-yard line. Goes
Jolie
Burnett, and they picked up 4, 2nd and 6. Clock continues to roll, 3:28. Velotambi looks over, getting the signals from the sideline. Hurricane does not huddle. They just look over to the coach. Shotgun formation. Gregory off to the right. They bring a man in motion. And it's going to be handed to Gregory, and Gregory's going to be hit immediately. He fights his way but does not get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple on the play. Good pursuit that time for Spring Valley, and they throw him for a 2-yard loss.
Stingy defense on the last 2 plays by the Timberwolves with their backs against the wall here inside the 20, not letting anything happen on the bubble screen nor the run up the gut by Gregory.
3rd down and 7. We almost saw that same disaster we saw Garrett Green last week. The ball almost hit the man in motion as it was hiked. Don't ever want to see that again. Unless, of course, Pitt does it. It'll be fine. All right. And it looks like there's confusion. Velotambi appeared to not have the play he wanted. He's got it now. And there's the snap. He looks, throws, man is there, and it is hauled in, or did he catch it? They are going to say it is a catch. It was hauled in by Shalik Hampton, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Takes it at the 10-yard line. He went down and hauled it in. Spring Valley tried to say he trapped it. The official said, nope, good catch. 1st and goal, ball right at the 10-yard line for the Redskins with 2:11 on a winding second quarter clock.
A great catch there by Shalik Hampton. Kind of just fit right into his hands. Didn't even look like he was looking for it almost. Just kind of fell right there in his lap.
Velotambi, shotgun, high. Has to run around and find it, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage all the way back to the 21-yard line. Ball went up in the air, dangerously bouncing around on the turf. Velotambi calmly hauled it in, but he had about 4 Timberwolves there about to take it away from him.
The Redskins shooting themselves in the foot right here at the end of the first half. 2nd and 20 now after a great catch by Shalik Hampton.
Well, 2nd and goal. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Velotambi, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Gregory. Velotambi on the keeper. He's at the 20, the 15, pushes ahead to the 10, makes a man miss at the 5, grinds his way down to about the 1-yard line. Goes Noah Velotambi.
What a great individual effort there by Velotambi. Appears to be an injured Timberwolf right there.
So that's going to stop the clock as they come out to attend to the injured player. It's going to leave 1:28 to go. I was trying to get a number on that young man. He turned over too quickly for me. I believe it was Bray Booth. It was. They confirmed that Bray Booth is the one, and he rolled over. And the trainer's quickly out to attend to him. What a play by Noah Velotambi. Really a crucial play was 2nd and goal from the 21. Takes it 20 yards all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, after a bad snap, and that one was a bad snap. We've seen Velotambi struggle with the snap, maybe being a little lax. Not that one, bad snap. He had to retrieve it and did a good job following on the ball. And then the next play takes it himself, really just weaves through the defense, zigzags a little bit, goes off his blockers. He's a very patient runner. I know I've said that a lot, but there are a lot of patient runners on this field right here, and Velotambi is a great one with 1,400 yards as a running back last year.
Spring Valley had committed to taking out A.J. Gregory, and Velotambi quickly read that, pulled the ball away from Gregory, kept it himself, and that took out 2 of the Timberwolves who had keyed on Gregory, and that sprung Velotambi for the scamper all the way down to the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal for the Redskins. They trail 21-14. 1:28 to go here in the first half.
And Velotambi really got Bray Booth with a really good juke move, and then unfortunately Booth kind of fell to his bottom kind of in an awkward manner. Velotambi beating Booth and only had to beat one more till the end zone. Could not do that.
Booth has left the field under his own power, but let's see if they try to go back over to that right side corner where he typically plays, since he's not in there and they've got the backup. Velotambi comes to the line. I think he's going to go under center this time. Velotambi will go under center. They're going to shove it in. Velotambi takes it himself. Touchdown Hurricane. Velotambi calmly, coolly walked up there, stepped under the center, took the snap, and the surge pushed the Hurricane pile right into the end zone. And they're a point away from tying this ball game up with 1:13 to go in the first half.
And it looked like that might be a tush push, as they call it. Looked like maybe a couple of running backs right there, and the tight end might kind of push Velotambi in, but no need. Velotambi takes it himself, no push from behind, and really just gets great push from his lineman and goes off of that, and he really is easily able to get into the end zone.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Great job by that Hurricane offensive line just to shove the whole thing forward, and Velotambi just fell right into there. Extra point is in the air. That kick by Seth Casto is good. We got a tie ball game again, 21 apiece with 1:13 to go in the first half. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
A minute 13 left in the first half. It's 21-21. Hurricane scores a 8-play, 32-yard drive after stopping Spring Valley on 4th down, and it's a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Noah Velotambi.
Again, it was the run before that one, though, that really set that up. Velotambi just willing himself down to that 1-yard line. Abercrombie deep for the Spring Valley Timberwolves. Casto lines it up. Let's see. He's not really kicked it deep all night. We'll find out if he's going to do that in just a moment. He approaches. Kick in the air. Yep, he kicked that one away, but it's going to be hauled in over on the far side at the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, out at the 25, the 30, over the 35 to the 40, and hit and knocked down immediately. Flags fly as there was a violent collision over on the other side of the field.
And that was Abercrombie taking that, and man, he had such good speed on that, and really initiated the contact, lowered the shoulder. Let's see if he drove with his head, but he initiated the contact on that despite having all of that speed. We'll see what the flag is for.
He sprung and broke forward. Oh, he ran into a guy head on, basically ran into the back of him, and that's when the flag came in.
Looks like it might be on Sean Legros for Hurricane. Might have been some kind of taunting afterwards. He was the one that took the hit.
And it's going to be called against Hurricane. Oh, check that. They're going to flag both of them. So the penalties will offset. And the extracurricular activity after the hit was probably what prompted the flags. So the offset ball is going to be placed at the Spring Valley 46-yard line, 1st and 10. The Timberwolves have 1:07 in a tie ball game. McGuire brings his team to the line, and he's got Kane to his left. 3 receivers over on the short side of the field. Snap back in the shotgun. McGuire looking, throws. It is caught by Abercrombie. Flag is back at the line of scrimmage. Probably going to be a hold, and that will negate what was about a 6-yard gain for Abercrombie, and he jumped out of bounds, which would have stopped the clock with 8 seconds to go.
Spring Valley starting to become a little undisciplined here. 8 seconds to go here in the first half probably doesn't hurt you as much as, say, if it was 2 or 3 minutes to go in the first half, but two penalties in a row negating good field position.
So it's an illegal block in the back is called against Spring Valley. Is that 8 seconds? I don't believe it is. They're having problems with the scoreboard clock here. It's 58 seconds. I thought that was pretty quick to get to 8 seconds. 58 seconds to go. They've had problems with the scoreboard here. A couple of the lights are burned out, and there's a short. They come and go. So that marches Spring Valley all the way back to the 36. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Timberwolves. Snap back to McGuire, drops back, play action, looks, throws. Man is wide open here, and it's caught at the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He's into the open field, crosses the 30, the 20, the 10. He's into the end zone. Cole Ferguson with a Spring Valley touchdown. And the Timberwolves strike quickly. It's a 64-yard touchdown pass for Cole Ferguson from Liam McGuire.
Wide open.
He was.
I mean, wide open.
Wide open. And then he made it happen after the catch into the open field.
And it's a busted coverage by Kylan Grace, playing the linebacker position, but asked to kind of cover the short pass right there, the intermediate ball, and really a busted coverage right there, and he was wide open, and the secondary was not able to recover for the Grace mistake.
So Minnick on to kick the extra point. He puts it in the air, and that kick is good. How about that? Spring Valley takes a 28-21 lead with 45 seconds left in the first half. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Spring Valley strikes again, under a minute, 45 seconds to play here in the second quarter. It's 28-21 Spring Valley. A wide open pass, a 2-play, 64-yard play, a 64-yard touchdown by Cole Ferguson, able to slip the defense, and what a play by Spring Valley before they head to the locker room.
Yeah, somebody definitely blew the coverage on that one in that Hurricane secondary, and it's allowed McGuire to find Ferguson, but it was after the catch that Ferguson, I don't think he really was shocked at how open he was, and after the catch he was able to make things happen. Just outran everybody. So 45 seconds left here in the first half. Minnick tees it up. And I figure Shalik Hampton is over there waiting for it because they've kicked it to him every time tonight.
He knows it's coming.
He's definitely alert. There's a kick, and it goes right at him. Going to go over his head, though, and be hauled in at the 20-yard line, and he can't handle it. Finally picks it up. And now he's into the open field up across the 40, and he's got a blocker in front of him to the 30, to the 20, makes him hand miss, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that's A.J. Gregory that picked that up. What a play.
Flags fly after the celebration in the end zone. I don't think it was Gregory. I believe it was Legros. That was Sean Legros with the touchdown. And last week he had a 90-yard pick six. Tonight he gets the kickoff return to tie this game up with what I would think is 38 seconds.
What an unbelievable play. Sean Legros, on that mistake. Able to do it last week, switching fields, reversing fields after the interception and a 92-yard pick six, and he does it again after mishandling the kick. And it looked like he was going to be planted after he recovered himself and picked up the football. He was not going to go down and really turned on the Jets.
Casto lines up for the extra point to tie the game. I believe there was a celebration penalty that they will assess on the kickoff. Snap, and the kick is in the air, and that kick is good. So Hurricane ties it right back up, 28-28. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
81. We welcome you back to Redskins Stadium. It's 28-28 with 28 seconds to go. Sean Legros, an 81-yard touchdown on the kick return. We have another back-and-forth battle. Looked like he was going to be planted after he recovered what looked like to be maybe a fumble on the kick return. Instead, he picks it up and takes it 81 yards to the crib.
Yeah, he mishandled the catch, dropped it, had to look around and find it, but a lot of times when that happens, it breaks the containment of the coverage team. And once they got to him, he had regained control, and they all overran him, and he had a couple of blockers in front of him, and Legros has got good speed, and he was able to take it all the way to the house. So after the penalty, they'll kick this one from the 25-yard line. 28 seconds left here in the first half. Casto lines up to put his foot into it. Spring Valley awaits. Who knows what's going to happen? 28 seconds left in this first half. We've had it all. Ball's going to hit at the 20, roll down to the 15 and out of bounds. It will go out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. So that will give Spring Valley decent field position to start this, what you would expect to be the final drive of the first half. 28 seconds with a 28-28 score.
21 points for both teams in the second quarter alone. The defense proving to be the Achilles heel for the Redskins, and Spring Valley not really sure the identity there as they were able to roll through South Point, Ohio, but now a test here against the Hurricane offense, and they are not answering the bell.
We've been able to see a couple of key plays in this first half on special teams, including the opening kickoff that Hurricane couldn't handle, and it enabled Spring Valley to get the first touchdown. And now they're going to kick it again. Spring Valley said make him kick it again, this time back at the 20-yard line. So 28 seconds to go. And Casto will put his foot into it again. Abercrombie is back at about the 30, waiting on it. And they try to kick it away from him, and it's going to be hauled in by Ferguson at the 25, across the 30, 40, 45, across midfield to the 45, to the 40, 35 to the 30, and inside the 30-yard line. Cole Ferguson with a great return. And now, looks like is it 19 seconds left on the clock.
19.
Great field position for Spring Valley.
And Ferguson was able to run that back to near the 50-yard line before any Hurricane defenders came near getting an arm on him.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds back at the 36-yard line of the Redskins. So that will save Hurricane about 10 yards, but still, great field position to start this drive with 19 seconds to go for Spring Valley. And if you're Hurricane, don't let anybody behind you. And I think that's what the Redskins secondary is telling each other. Don't let anybody get behind you. McGuire, shotgun formation. 19 seconds to go. Snap back. McGuire throws it. Man is open. It is caught at the 25. Makes a man miss, and he's going to be dropped at about the 26. He gave a little bit of ground on that. That was Bryce Fuller catching the drag route. Now under center goes McGuire, and he's just going to clock it and stop the clock with 4.5 seconds to go.
Tyshawn Dews, again, playing that cornerback position. He likes to give his receivers space, and he likes to challenge them a little bit there, but a nice little stop route there going across the middle, and he's wide open all day long.
So 4.5 seconds to go. Spring Valley's got one play here. Will they send Minnick out there to try and kick it? Or will they try to launch one into the end zone? I think that'll be a little bit out of Minnick's range. So with 4.5 to go, they send McGuire out there. Shotgun formation. The snap. He drops back. Pressure comes. He launches it into the end zone. Man is there. Caught. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Looks like that was
Gabe Dixon.
Gabe Dixon.
I have that correct. My goodness.
Where did he come from? Somebody let somebody behind him is what happened. Gabe Dixon hauls it in, and with no time left, Spring Valley takes the lead. On to attempt the extra point again will be Minnick. The snap, the kick in the air, and that kick is good. And that's the end of the first half. What a second quarter. As Hurricane trails 35-28, Spring Valley with the momentum, and they get the ball to start the second half. We've got your Par-Bar Store halftime show coming up on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Generations Physical Therapy is a proud
I have no idea what the score is.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
To investing in our future leaders both.
I do not have the exact calls though.
We're cheering
Oh, you don't?
I mean, I have the exact plays, but I can't remember which ones were which. I can't reconstruct it.
Welcome to the Par-Mar Store's halftime show. From scores to highlights across West Virginia, Par-Mar has you covered. If there's not a Par-Mar around you now, there will be soon.
Halftime score, 35-28, Spring Valley over Hurricane. What a wild second half. Probably the last 2 minutes was the wildest. Let's recap the scoring. It started with a Hurricane mishandling the opening kickoff. That gave Spring Valley an opportunity right up front, and it did not take long for Miguel Kane to find the end zone. Miguel Kane at the 25, down to the 20, makes a man miss. He's at the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. They're going to say yes, touchdown Spring Valley. And the Wolves were on top 7-0 quickly. Hurricane came right back, though, with their own drive. Kylan Grace cashed in. Sidecar to the right, hands it off to Grace. Grace pushes forward. He's got running room. He's inside the 20, to the 15, down to the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. And that would complete the scoring for the first quarter. Believe it or not, most everything happened after the second quarter was underway. Spring Valley started it with a touchdown pass to Cole Ferguson. 3 receivers strung out to the right. Snap back. McGuire looking into the end zone. Now he's going to scramble. Throws it. Sees the man. It is. Did he catch that inside? That's going to be Cole Ferguson. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Took him a while to make that call. It actually looked like he was possibly behind the goalpost, but he did haul it in, and Spring Valley had a 14-7 lead. Hurricane came right back. This time, Tyshawn Dews with the honors. Drops back. He's going to throw it over to the left side on the bubble screen. It is complete to Dews. Dews up to the 30, to the 35, into the open field. Look out, he is gone. To the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, 73 yards. And how about that? It was a tie ball game. But Spring Valley said, you know what? We can play that game. This time it was Jalen Abercrombie from 67 yards out. Takes the handoff, drops back, play action, long pass downfield, wide open. Abercrombie at the 30, at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Okay, so that made it 21-14. Advantage Spring Valley. Noah Valatambi put together a quick drive and took it to the end zone himself. Valatambi will go under center. They're going to shove it in. Valatambi takes it himself. Touchdown, Hurricane. And it was 21 apiece. Didn't last long, though. Spring Valley went at the air again. This time, Cole Ferguson again. Play action, looks, throws. Man is wide open here, and it's caught at the 50. To the 45, to the 40. He's into the open field. Crosses the 30, the 20, the 10. He's into the end zone. Cole Ferguson with a Spring Valley touchdown. Left him wide open, and he took it to the house. Hurricane on the ensuing kickoff. Sean Legrose mishandled it, but that actually blew up the timing of the Spring Valley coverage, and then this happened. Yard line, and he can't handle it. Finally picks it up. Now he's into the open field and across the 40, and he's got a blocker in front of him. To the 30, to the 20, makes some hand miss. To the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Sean Legrose with an 80-yard touchdown return on the kickoff, and that left very little time. Inside of a minute to go for Spring Valley. Guess what? They weren't done. Drove it all the way down, and with no time left on the clock, found Gabe Dixon. First time we called his name tonight, but it was a big one. Snap. He drops back. Pressure comes. He launches it into the end zone. Man is there. Caught. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Liam McGuire with the 26-yard touchdown pass to Gabe Dixon. And with no time left on the clock, Spring Valley's got a 35-28 lead. Wow. Palmar Store halftime report continues in a moment. You're listening to 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston. Thank you, man.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Welcome you back to the Palmar Stores halftime show on 580 WCHS. Our halftime score, Hurricane trails Spring Valley 35-28. Let's check the rest of the scores in high school football. Teams of local interest, they've reached the third quarter in Martinsburg. The Bulldogs lead Huntington 34-15 in the third. At the half, Parkersburg South leads University High 34-20. Point Pleasant and Gallia County, Ohio, nothing. They're in a lightning delay there. And we were expecting to have some pretty severe weather up and down the Ohio River tonight, so that one's in a lightning delay. Down in Fairlee, Woodrow Wilson with a 24-0 lead over Greenbrier East. They've reached the half. Game you're hearing over on 96.1 KWS. Herbert Hoover with a 14-7 lead at the half over Winfield. Pretty good game going on there up at Elkview. George Washington on the road at John Marshall tonight. They've reached halftime. GW with a 7-0 lead. No score in the second quarter in the battle for the bridge between St. Albans and Nitro. 0-0. Oak Hill leads Riverside at the half, 6-0. Parkersburg and South Charleston are 0-0 in the first quarter. Nicholas County and Chapmanville scoreless in the first. Buffalo and Clay County no score in the first. Also no score with Rome County and Lincoln County in the first. Logan leads Sissonville in the third quarter. The score there, 13-2. The Wildcats leading the Indians. Poca's got a 6-0 lead over Midland Trail in the first. Wayne out to a 19-0 lead on Scott in the third quarter. How about that? The Skyhawks in peril on the road. Mingo Central and Westside are scoreless in the first. Wahama and Doddridge County, that's a good one going on in single A. They're in the third quarter up at West Union. Doddridge County with a 24-21 lead. They are in the third. Again, our halftime score is Spring Valley 35 and Hurricane 28. Still to come, we'll preview the Mountaineer and Marshall games for tomorrow. You're listening to the Par-Mar Stores halftime show on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
At Rivers Health.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Halftime show on 580 WCHS. At the half, Spring Valley with a 35-28 lead over the homestanding Hurricane Redskins. Coming up tomorrow, the Mountaineers going to try to rebound from last week's severe licking at the hands of Penn State. They're hoping to take out that frustration on the University of Albany. Here's Kyle Wiggs.
Albany is an FCS school that's ranked 13th at that level of competition. The Great Danes went to the FCS semifinal round a year ago. Veteran coach Greg Gattuso is in his 11th season as head coach there. He's a former Penn State player. He was head coach at Duquesne for 12 seasons. He was also a former assistant at Maryland. Gattuso's defensive coordinator, Bill himself, is in his 8th season with the program. Albany has a number of new players this year. The WVU offensive coordinator, Chad Scott, says the system is the same.
The system ain't going to change. They're going to recruit players that can play within the system. The coaches have been there. Head guys been there for a while. Last year, last week, we got one game to work off of. So we lost to last year.
Albany is 1-0 after beating Long Island University 27-21 last week. Quarterback Miles Burkett threw for 165 yards. Mountaineer defensive coordinator Jordan Leslie is most impressed with running back Griffin Woodell.
Good player, has good vision, is patient in their scheme. You can tell he understands their scheme, and so he's a good player.
Woodell 91 yards last week. Mountaineers need to improve against the run.
I thought it was okay. Physicality at the line of scrimmage was not an issue. Again, we were a little fast on some of those fits early. The big ball, we misfit it by half a yard, and there it goes. essentially they end up with a big half, a small half, ends up just a half yard too wide.
Mountaineers against Albany Saturday. From Kyle with Metro News Sports.
And coverage here tomorrow on 580 WCHS begins at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 9 hours of Metro News game day coverage. The kickoff at 6. Marshall heads to Blacksburg for what promises to be a tough test, particularly after Marshall embarrassed the Hokies a year ago in Huntington. And then Virginia Tech was embarrassed a week ago in Nashville against Vanderbilt. Here's Dave Wilson.
Marshall matches up with Virginia Tech this Saturday for the 14th time. Now, the Hokies have bested the Herd in 10 of those previous 13 matchups. However, Marshall won last year's game at Jones C. Edwards Stadium 24-17. Virginia Tech got off to a rocky start this season, losing their opener in overtime to Vanderbilt. Offensively, the Hokies got off to a slow start last week, but rallied in the second half. They outscored the Commodores 24-10. Quarterback Tyrone Drones threw for 322 yards.
How much time we got left?
7:30.
Is that actually 7? All right. I can't trust it.
It looks good right now.
30-second clocks don't work either.
Bush League.
How long is this piece, Coop?
Minute 15.
Okay. Is that what we got left? Okay. And how long is news?
3 minutes.
Okay.
Nitro's up 28-zip. That score update was wrong. It held at 0-0 for some reason. It was 0-0 the first update.
Well, I mean, that's because nobody's called in the score or somebody in Morgantown hasn't updated it. That happens a lot at halftime. I'm just happy we were able to get on.
Yeah. Yeah, I even refreshed the page and it looked like it was going to stall and it didn't. So I'll take it. Really? I gave it a second.
Coop, how long did you say the news was?
3 minutes.
Okay.
30 seconds till back.
The Herd will need to get off to a quick start.
About 6 minutes before the clock out.
Yeah, we're at 6:14, and then they'll put 3 more on it. College games of note tomorrow. Number 3, Texas at number 10, Michigan. Arkansas at number 16, Oklahoma State. Number 17, Kansas State's at Tulane. Bowling Green at number 8, Penn State. Tennessee Tech's at number 1, Georgia. Northern Illinois goes to number 5, Notre Dame. It's Baylor at number 11, Utah. Iowa State at number 21, Iowa. Middle Tennessee at number 6, Ole Miss. Number 19, Kansas at Illinois. South Florida at number 4, Alabama. Number 14, Tennessee. Number 24, NC State. They're playing that one in the Dukes Mayo Classic in Charlotte. Western Michigan at number 2, Ohio State. And Houston on the road at number 15, Oklahoma. Our halftime score, Spring Valley 35, Hurricane 28. Coming up, we'll get a check of news from the 580 WCHS Radio Newsroom. You're listening to the Parmar Stores Halftime Report on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck. Catch a good deal on our wide selection of GMC Canyons. And don't miss out on these game-changing offers on our GMC Acadias. From game day to every day, we have a vehicle that fits your needs. So score big at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
This rafting season. It's homecoming time in Putnam County. Well, things will be happening in Winfield over the weekend. Charles Mays is an organizer. The past
Where is home? Home is where we live, work, and play. It's in the small, quiet moments and the memories we capture. For 35 years, we've been here with you, building home together.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck. Catch a good deal on our wide selection of GMC Canyons. And don't miss out on these game-changing offers on our GMC Acadias. From game day to every day, we have a vehicle that fits your needs. So score big at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. there's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
Welcome back to Redskins Stadium, the second half, a couple of minutes away. And what a wild second quarter. I didn't realize it because it was happening in real time that it was only 7-7 in the first period.
Right.
All of this happened in the second quarter.
28 points from the Timberwolves, 21 from the Redskins. Man, defense is at a premium. The Hurricane Redskin defense, the secondary right now could not stop a parked car as everything is getting right behind the secondary. And I could not believe what happened on that last play of the half. Wide open, a busted coverage, a second one in as many minutes, and Spring Valley with a 35-28 lead.
And the Hurricane secondary was communicating, and I know they had to be saying, don't let anybody behind you. And then Grant Dixon got behind him, and McGuire found him. And they've got the lead. Spring Valley has the lead, and because of the muffed opening kickoff, they're going to get the ball back.
And in that situation, if they complete a pass for 10, 15 yards, no, you don't want that, but let them have it as opposed to letting somebody.
Exactly. I mean, they scored with no time. I mean, if he'd have caught it at the 5, no harm, no foul. But, yeah, he caught it in the end zone. Rough second quarter there for the Redskins. All right, we're ready to play ball again. And Hurricane Seth Casto has it teed up, and they're trying to get one more guy in there. He made a count, and there were only 10. He needed 11. So deep for Spring Valley is Abercrombie and Ferguson. And we are just about ready to get this second half underway. Your score, Spring Valley 35, Hurricane 28. And there's a kick straight up to an up man, and it's going to be fair caught at the 35, but before that, whistles blow, and there's a flag thrown by the judge on the far sideline. So we will see what happened. I have to believe that Hurricane might have come off because of where it was thrown. Hurricane might have gotten a little fast before it was kicked and gotten off sides. We will. That was right, it was. A little bit too anxious, so they will back it up to the 35 and kick it again. Seth Casto ready to kick it away, and they are doing everything they can to keep it out of the hands of Ferguson and Abercrombie. Here comes the kick, and this time they kick it almost straight up, but it's going to be fielded by Ferguson at the 30 on the run to the 35 to the 40 to the 45, and he bowls over the coverage. Ferguson takes it to the 49-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Timberwolves.
And the Redskins are trying on special teams to avoid Jalen Abercrombie and give him the respect he deserves, and I understand that. But Cole Ferguson, he commands a little bit of respect as well. He says, okay, you guys aren't going to put anybody on me. I'll take the 50-yard line every single time. I'll take it and say thank you on the way out.
1st and 10 for Spring Valley at their own 49-yard line. Liam McGuire at the quarterback position. Snap. And he throws the screen. It's blown dead. Flags on the near sideline this time, and I think it's going to be against Spring Valley. And it was false start by the Timberwolves. That'll back them up 5. And that'll make it 1st down and 15 as the ball's now at their 44-yard line. And that time McGuire tipped his hand on what they were going to do. They were going to try the bubble screen. They had the short side of the field. They had 3 receivers over there bunched up. Pretty sure he was trying to get it to one of them, let the other 2 be blockers, and try to flood the area. See if they go back to that well again. They have that same formation. 3 receivers over on the short side of the field. McGuire, shotgun, snap, drops back. This time he's going to throw it, and he's got a man there. It's Ferguson, but he couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. He's trying to hit Ferguson running the down and out route, and he let him a little bit too much. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. We're just underway here in the second half from Hurricane. And if I don't give you a clock update, a time update, forgive me, but they've had problems with the clock here tonight, and I can never tell what it says.
Problems to say the very least.
Yeah. Of course, that's just one of the problems Hurricane has had tonight. Spring Valley brings them to the line on 2nd and 15. Liam McGuire, snap, drops back, brings them in, tries the screen, throws it. Man is there. It is into the hands of Miguel Kane, and Kane had blockers, but great job defensively that time, coming up for the Redskins and making the stop after a quick 2-yard pickup. I thought he was going to get a lot more than that, but Hurricane secondary did a good job of coming up and reading that very well. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Looked like Kane was going to be able to get downhill, at least to a degree, get 5 or 6 and make it 3rd and manageable. But the Hurricane linebacker is doing a really good job right there.
McGuire did a great job of sucking the linemen in and tossing it over their heads, but good job by the secondary of Hurricane that time. 3rd down and 12. Snap. McGuire rolling left. Pressure comes, throws it. Man is there. It is intended for Ferguson, but he couldn't get up high enough. And so Spring Valley will have it 4th down and 12. And it looks like Hurricane has held, but we'll see.
Ferguson has been the star of the game. 2 touchdowns to the ledger at this point. We've said earlier that there's no real 4th down territory. It's all 4th down territory, but 4th and 12 at your own 48, they will elect to punt.
And they're going to send Garrett Wagner out there to punt for the first time tonight. They've had several 4th downs that they have converted and one that they didn't convert. So deep to receive on the punt is going to be Tyshawn Dews. As Garrett Wagner waits for it. There's the snap. Wagner, kick is in the air. Very lucky to get that one away. Going to hit at the 30, roll down to the 20, and inside the 20. Takes a Spring Valley roll, and that's where it's going to be down. So successful first possession by the Redskins defense. Now the offense has to go out there and click as well. See what adjustments they made here in the halftime break.
And we saw that a little bit last week, Chris. Huntington really able to carve up the Hurricane secondary in the second quarter, really the first half in general. And then Hurricane able to get some good defensive line, linebacker presence in the 3rd and early 4th quarter established. Let's see if they can get that done right here, because the defensive backs are not getting the job done.
10:48 to go in the 3rd period. Chris Lawrence and Aaron Parker with you on 580 WCHS. Producer Coop back at Studio Control on Virginia Street in Charleston, keeping us on the air tonight. Hurricane's going to go with 3 wide to the right. And Velatambi, shotgun formation, takes it. He's going to keep it himself, goes to the left side. He's going to be hit and is immediately bottled up after a pickup of about 2 yards. Velatambi faked the handoff to Grace, kept it himself and followed Grace into the hole, but not much there for the Redskins.
Spring Valley's used to Velatambi calling his own number and taking it right up the gut. They're not going to let anything happen right there, at least to start the drive.
Twin receivers either way. Velatambi out of the shotgun. He puts Grace to his right and calls for the ball. Fakes the handoff, stands in there. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Down goes Velatambi, and hauling it in there for Spring Valley on the Tristan Watts making the tackle there and the sack for a loss of a couple. Ball's going to be back at the 16-yard line. 3rd and 11. Velatambi takes it, rolls to his right, looking downfield, throws it. Man is there. It is caught, hauled in by Burnett. Jalib Burnett with a first down catch up to the 30-yard line, and Hurricanes back in business.
Great throw, great route there by Jalib Burnett. Great throw by Velatambi. A good sack by Spring Valley, first of the day for either side. What composure there by Velatambi to stand in the pocket.
Yeah, nice job of Velatambi. Handoff this time to Grace. Grace pushing right up the middle. Not much there. Spring Valley just forces him backward. I think they're going to give him his forward progress of a gain of about a yard. Maybe 2.
Velatambi really showing that veteran leadership. He's a senior. He's played the quarterback position before. He's comfortable behind center, and he's not fazed by 3rd and long in your own territory down a score.
Pickup of 1 by the Redskins. 9:04 on a winding 3rd quarter clock. They trail 35-28. Hurricane comes to the line. They put a slot man over to the right. Snap to Velatambi. Fakes the handoff. Quick throw near side, in and out of the hands of Shalik Hampton. Couldn't hold on to it. Brings up 3rd down and 9. Clock stops with 8:52 to go. Wind picking up here at Redskins Stadium. To the north, we have seen some heat lightning throughout the night. So far, we've not had any problem with that. And we hope that stays away long enough to get this game in.
Looked like Hampton, had a little bit of miscommunication with Velatombi, kind of signaling him to throw it in a different spot right there.
Velatombi calls for the ball, fakes the handoff again, looks, throws across the middle, throws it high, but it's hauled in by Shalik Hampton. He climbed the ladder and got it that time and comes down with the ball at the 46-yard line of Spring Valley. 1st and 10, Redskins.
Chris, I'm going to try to explain this and do it justice. It looked like Velatombi was going to go with a slant route and throw it kind of sidearmed. So he started sidearm and ended up throwing it over the top. What a play.
Velatombi now hands it off to Grace. Grace goes to the left side, and it's bottled up. Great job, great pursuit by Spring Valley. I think Velatombi thought about keeping it himself, but he got hit just as he was handing it to Kalen Grace, and he got hit. And they ended up losing 3 yards all the way back to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
Looked like Velatombi tried to throw a block there, made some good contact after he elected to give the ball up. But at that point, he was bottled up, and that was Grace in the backfield.
Twin receivers either way for the Redskins, and they put them one in front of the other. Shotgun, snap back, fakes the handoff. Velatombi looking downfield, throws the long ball. Down there it is, incomplete, intended for Tyshawn Dews. Great coverage that time by Abercrombie, step for step with him. And Velatombi put it right where it needed to be, but Dews could not haul it in. Went right through his hands. Stops the clock with 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd period. It's 3rd down and 13 for the Redskins. Big play here in this 3rd quarter.
And Dews has elite speed, maybe one of if not the fastest on the field. And Abercrombie saying, "I'll go step for step, stride for stride, backwards with you."
And
what a play!
And he did. Side guard to the right is Colin Grace. Velatombi snap, drops back, screen pass. It's into the hand of Dews. Dews into the open field. He's at the 40, the 30, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Goes Tyshawn Dews. He just caught that screen and then bent it back to the inside. Big gain for Tyshawn Dews on 3rd down. Hurricane in business.
And I understand wanting to go deep downfield to Dews, but dump it off and let him work. 73-yard touchdown earlier in the game by Dews, and it was just a little dump-off play just like that.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard line of Spring Valley. Hurricanes ready to go again. Velatombi sets him down. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Velatombi keeps it over the right side. He goes. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Makes a man miss at the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Noah Velatombi. That's going to be a 24-yard carry for Velatombi. And Hurricanes within a point have tied it back up here with 7:27 to go in the 3rd period.
And that's the second time we've seen Velatombi get into the secondary and really just show what his feet can do, breaking the ankles of the secondary and really just so comfortable after he's run 10, 15, 20 yards down the field. What a play.
Yeah, he got to that 5-yard line and he just stopped in it, just like you said, broke their ankles. They just overshot him and then he walked into the end zone. On for the extra point is Seth Casto to tie this ball game up. The snap, kick in the air. Kick is good. But flat, let's see, whistles come out, flag on the play. They'll have to decide what this is before we go to the break. Let's see what they're going to say. My guess is they will assess whatever it is on the kickoff. As the official comes over to have a conversation with, let's see what he's going to call. It's going to be a personal foul called against Spring Valley. They will assess that on the kickoff. Tie ball game, 35 apiece with 7:27 to go in the 3rd. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Back and forth we go. It's 35-35 here with 7:27 to go in the third quarter. Hurricane ties it up on a 10-play, 83-yard drive, capped off by a 24-yard rushing touchdown by Noah Velatambi. Velatambi converting on 2 different third downs with his arm and converting into the end zone with his legs.
And that personal foul will end up costing Spring Valley dearly, as Hurricane will kick this one from the Spring Valley 45-yard line. Seth Casto lines it up, and apparently the wind has blown it over. That wind is picking up here. Wind picking up, and it blew the ball over. He resets it, and I think we're ready to go. 7:27. Kick in the air. Long kick. It'll go through the end zone. Abercrombie and Ferguson said, don't even look at it. Just let it go. So a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. First down and 10. We're at 35-35 with 7:26 to go in the third period. And really the action came in the second period, actually the second half of the second period. As there was touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Producer Coop back at Studio Controls says, man, making me work back here as he edited up those calls. Great job by Coop tonight.
4 touchdowns inside the last minute 30 of the quarter.
Exactly. It was wild. All right, here comes Spring Valley. Let's see what they can do as Liam McGuire brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and he's got Miguel Kane beside him. Drops back, long throw downfield, gonna go for it all, and it is intercepted. Picked off by the Redskins. 2 men went up for the ball, 1 came down with it. They're gonna say that hauling it in that time was Caden, no, excuse me on that. No Sean Hampton. No Sean Hampton coming down with it. It looked like a 50-50 ball, but it was Hampton who came up with it. Turnover on the long pass downfield. And Hurricane's going to get it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
And that's exactly what it was, Chris. It was a 50-50 ball. Not that it was McGuire has a good arm. We've seen that, and a good arm on that play, but kind of just throwing it up for grabs. Not exactly sure if that's what Dingus wanted there for Spring Valley. And finally, the Hurricane secondary making a play. Let's see if the offense can tack on.
Was intended for Abercrombie. Now let's see, like you said, if they can cash in. Velatambi. Twin receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Grace in the backfield. Snap, fakes the handoff. Velatambi, plenty of time. Throws it downfield, going for it all. It is battered around. Great defense that time from Spring Valley's Abercrombie, who was step for step with Tyshawn Dews and jumped up and knocked it away at the last second. Abercrombie got some wheels as well.
And you can see why Abercrombie is really a D1 prospect. Obviously one of the most talented offensive players on the field, showing that he is the best defensive player on the field right now, at least, for both sides.
Well, he's definitely been lined up with Dews. Here we go again. Velatambi sets him down and prepares for 2nd and 10. Snap, fakes the handoff again, throws. There he is, wide open. Burnett's got it at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Jolly Burnett with a 53-yard touchdown reception, and that time it was Spring Valley's secondary that got toasted.
Burnett wide open, so much green grass there. There was not even a defender on him. Like we've been saying, these defenders are giving 10, 15 yards. There was no defender within a country mile of him right there. A big missed assignment for the Timberwolves, and they're paying.
Jolly Burnett hauling it in and scoring, and Hurricane has taken the lead. Extra point pending for Seth Casto as he awaits the snap. There it is, kick in the air. And Seth Casto one more time punches it through. 42-35, Hurricane takes the lead with 6:55 to go in the third period. You're listening to high school football on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West.
10:40. We welcome you back. It's 42-35. Hurricane takes their first lead of the game with 6:55 here in the third quarter. A big busted coverage by Spring Valley, and Jolie Burnett takes it to the house.
Kickoff from Seth Casto, puts it in the air, and it's going to go through the end zone again. We'll bring it out to the 20. Jolly Burnett was wide open that time. Excellent call by whoever in the Hurricane offensive scheme spotted that, and they knew Burnett would have that lane. He went out there, man, and there was nobody within 20 yards of him.
Yeah, Jolly Burnett ran a great route, but didn't really have to do much to get open. Really just kind of made a little move and ran forward, and he was wide open with all green grass.
Yeah, and Velatombi just patiently waited for it and hit him in stride, and there was no stopping Burnett. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Spring Valley. They now trail 42-35. Liam McGuire, who's had a pretty good night so far. Snap, fakes the handoff, throws it over to the right side, over the head of his intended receiver, Gabe Dixon.
Ball way over the head of Dixon. Dixon, not exactly your tallest threat out there on the end. A very good player in Dixon, but not the tallest, and that ball way too tall for him.
That was about the same one that they scored on right at the end of the first half. Gabe Dixon was in the corner of the end zone, and that ball got to him. McGuire that time a little over his head. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. 6:50 to go. Here comes Spring Valley playing from behind now. McGuire takes the snap, hands it off to Kane. Kane, right side, following his blockers, up over the 25, makes a spin, and ahead to about the 28-yard line. Miguel Kane with a 9-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Timberwolves. 6:33 on a winding third quarter clock. Wind is picking up here at Redskins Stadium. You probably can hear all the materials we're trying to use for a resource here blowing around. And up to the north, off to our left of where our broadcast position is, we can see the lightning in the distance, more like heat lightning than anything else. Snap back, handoff. Right up the middle with a 1st down run goes Kane. And that will move the chains. Miguel Kane came to play tonight. Takes it ahead to the Spring Valley 33-yard line. 1st and 10 as we go inside of 6 minutes here in the third period.
And it'll be interesting to see how Spring Valley utilizes Kane moving forward. I'm not going to say all or nothing, but they've been taking the deep shot all night, which is uncharacteristic for Spring Valley, but it's been there all night. So you got to take it.
1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. They send one receiver onto either side, and they've got kind of that old T formation, 2 men in the backfield. They hand it off to Abercrombie. Abercrombie fights his way through, trying to make the turn. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. And back there on him, Tyshawn Dews. He and Dews have been dueling all night long, and you can tell respect for the two of them, as after Dews made the tackle, he helped him up.
Those are two of the best in the state, and that's not the first time they've helped each other up. They have respect for each other, and they know they're going stride for stride, talent versus talent. And, man, Dews has won some, but Abercrombie has won some, too. It's been a great show to see. Abercrombie
could not make the turn. He loses a yard by, loses a couple, actually. 2nd and 12, ball back at the Spring Valley 31. 5:02 to go as we go inside of 5 minutes here in the third period. Hurricanes got a 42-35 lead. 2nd and 12, Spring Valley. Liam McGuire takes the snap, keeps it himself this time. Right up the middle he goes. He goes into the teeth of that Hurricane defense. He's going to get it back to a little past the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of about 3, but that's all. 3rd down and 9 now for Spring Valley. Clock continuing to wind at 4:36.
Hurricanes defense going to have to come up big again. Got the big pick last drive with a touchdown lead here as the winding third quarter clock goes down. This is their chance. This is their chance to separate themselves right here.
3rd down and 9. Yes, the Hurricane secondary getting their signals and adjustments from the defensive coordinator on the sideline and setting it up. Spring Valley sends 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Sidecar to the right for McGuire. McGuire rolling to the right side. He's got pressure. He's hit as it throws. Picked off and dropped. Oh, my goodness. I thought certain that one was going to be picked off. He could not hang on to it. That was Colin Grace. Hit him in the hands, and I think it just surprised him. It came so quickly.
Kylan Grace, a missed opportunity there. Getting the stop, forcing fourth down. Would have had the interception around the 46-yard line with at least a couple blockers, Chris. A missed opportunity. It looks like the Redskins will get it back.
And McGuire had to get rid of that thing quickly. He got hit just as he released it, and that probably impacted the throw. They're going to send Jolly Burnett deep to receive Garrett Wagner's punt. Now they get their last man in on the punt team. 4th down and 9 for Spring Valley. They trail 42-35 with 3:55 to go. The snap. Kick in the air. Nearly blocked. It's not a good kick at all. I think he shanked it over to the right. It's going to hit at about the 47 and take a hurricane roll all the way back inside the 45-yard line to the 44, and that is where Hurricane will take over. So a shanked kick gives Hurricane great field position, and they have the lead with 3:41 to go.
Not a good punt there. High, had a lot of hang time, but didn't get anything on it. Like you said, kind of shanked it. Didn't shank it to the left or right, but really just popped it up. Cherry popped it into the air and then takes a backwards bounce, and Hurricane will take over on Spring Valley's, it looks like, to be 44-yard line.
Yeah, and Hurricane trying to build on a 7-point lead. 3:41 to go here in the third period. Redskins looking for more. 1st and 10. Noah Velatombi's got Colin Grace as a sidecar to the right, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap back, keeps it himself. Velatombi hit and dropped as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much else there.
Did not fool Tristan Watts, the defensive lineman for Spring Valley. Not a whole lot of upside for Spring Valley's defense, but Watts has been all over the field tonight.
Connor Marshall in there as well for Spring Valley. 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play for Velatombi. He's got Dews as the lone receiver over to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Snap back, fakes the handoff. Velatombi throws, and it is incomplete. I think he was intending for Jolly Burnett, but Burnett was nowhere near. He threw it. I think that might have been a blown route.
Looked like a miscommunication, either a blown route or just a miscommunication between Jolly Burnett and Noah Velatombi. We've seen it a couple of times, though. Burnett has been a big factor. A couple miscommunications between the two.
Yeah, they got Burnett and Shalik Hampton over here on the right side, and over on the other side, Rhett McGrew and Tyshawn Dews as they go twins either way this time. Velatombi out of the shotgun, takes it, fakes the handoff again. Velatombi throws to the left side to Dews. He's got it, and he's hit and brought down by Abercrombie. Short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 3. They spot the ball at the Spring Valley 36-yard line.
Great tackle right there by Abercrombie. Dews able to get the completion, but not much more.
2:48 to go. Velatombi brings him to the line. I think he's going to try to get him to jump, and I think he just did. Or did he? Nope. Spring Valley called a timeout before they could get it going. So timeout on the field. 2:41 to go. Hurricane has the lead, 42-35. You're listening to High School Football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Generations Physical Therapy is a proud partner of Hurricane High School.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Kick off the season with unbeatable deals at Dan Cava GMC. Show up to game day in style with an all-new GMC Sierra truck.
And they've got it 4th down and 2. So we'll see what Donnie Mays dials up here. I have the feeling that they were going to try to draw it off sides when they came to the line of scrimmage, and I think that might have worked, and I think Brad Dingus knew it was about to work, so he called timeout. Just to remind them, hey, you're still in this thing, and keep your head in the game. So here comes Velatombi. He's going to send 2 receivers split out to the right and 2 out to the left. Shotgun formation, he puts Colin Grace over on his right sidecar. He sends Grace in motion out to the right. Bellatombi drops back, looking, throws it wide open down the field. It is in and out of the hands, and they're going to throw a flag at the end. Jali Burnett could not hang on to it, but I think they're going to get an interference call on the coverage down there.
Man, I'm not sure.
I believe that was Garrett Wagner that had the coverage. Jali Burnett came up and said that he was interfered with, and it looked like he got the flag he was open for. We'll find out. He was open for a while, and Wagner closed on him.
We'll see what the call is here. If you're watching on Metro News TV, did not appear to be pass interference.
Well, that's what it was. So they're going to call the interference, and that's going to give Hurricane the first down. So a fourth down conversion for the Redskins. And that will take the ball down to, they're going to spot it right at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for Hurricane. They've got a touchdown lead, trying to build on that.
Brad Dingus must not be happy. Happening right there on the sideline of Spring Valley. He probably got a pretty good look at that. Not much contact there, and if there was some contact, it was after the ball went through the hands of Burdett. A touchdown potential right there. In and out of the hands of Burdett, really just right through them.
All right, they're going to reset it and spot the ball at the 21, 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right for Hurricane, 1 to the left, that's Dews. Fakes the handoff, they throw it to Dews over in the flat. He tries to spin out of it, but Abercrombie's right there to spin him down after about a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock winding, 2:24 to go here in the 3rd period. Hurricanes got a 42-35 lead. Redskins back on the line. Ready to go. Bellatombi in the shotgun. Snap back. Hands it to Grace. Grace right up the middle. Pounds it ahead. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Dragon tacklers with him. Down to the 5-yard line goes Kylan Grace. Power running right there for big number 8.
Kylan Grace really driving the feet. And Hurricane trying to take a 2-touchdown lead here and take advantage of maybe a penalty call that they got a break on right there. First break of the day for Hurricane as far as the officials go.
1st and goal from the 6. Bellatombi takes the high snap, hands it to Grace. Grace pounding forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Kylan Grace making his way through, dragging tacklers with him and pounding across that goal line. And Hurricane has extended their lead to 2 touchdowns with 1:42 to go here in the 3rd period.
Grace will not be denied. Yet last week against Huntington, it was a 2 running back system with A.J. Gregory and Kylan Grace. Kylan Grace being the primary back, but really almost split 50-50, about 45-65. But today, it is all Kylan Grace.
Excellent drive by the Redskins there. They got him in a short field, and they managed to extend their lead. Extra point pending here from Seth Casto. Kick in the air, and that kick is good. So with 1:42 to go in the 3rd period, Hurricane extends its lead to 49-35. This is high school football in the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
We welcome you back. 1:42 left in the 3rd quarter. It's 49-35. Hurricane takes a 2-touchdown lead, a 7-play, 56-yard drive, capped off by a 6-yard touchdown by Kylan Grace.
Seth Casto approaches, puts his foot into it, long kick, and they're just going to let it hit in the end zone and take the touchback. 1:42 to go here, and everybody in the stadium's got their weather app out, except me. I don't have a weather app, but you had a weather app, and it said there was a storm west of here, but it was slow moving. Hopefully, it will dissipate before it gets here. We keep seeing the lightning to the north of Hurricane. That would be, if you're familiar with Redskins Stadium, on the scoreboard into the field. We see that lightning over toward the Winfield area. Hopefully, it will not hit here, but the wind has picked up, so you can certainly tell there's a front moving through. At any rate, we got 1:42 to go here in the third period. Hurricanes got a 49-35 lead as Spring Valley takes the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. And this is why Spring Valley does not want to fall behind. Tough for them with the offense they run to catch up. Shotgun formation for McGuire, brings Abercrombie in motion, snap, throws it to Abercrombie coming out of the backfield. He's up over the 20, and he's going to be hit and brought down almost immediately. On the stop that time was Jaden Smith for the Redskins.
And a really good tackle there by Jaden Smith. If he didn't make that tackle on the bottom half, on the ankle area, might have been 5, 10, 15 more.
Abercrombie picks up 4. It's 2nd down and 6. Coming up after a game tonight on 580 WCHS, you'll hear Metro News Game Night. Fred and Dave will have scores from all across the state of West Virginia. And now we are starting to see the rain arrive. So here we go. 2nd down and 6 as sprinkles start here at the stadium. Handoff to Kane. Kane breaks through. 1st down run up over the 30 goes Miguel Kane. And that's going to be enough for a Spring Valley 1st down as the clock winds down, and that'll be the final play. Well, no, it won't. It's going to stop the clock with 7.2. What was it?
47.
47, okay. It has been a mess tonight because the 40 is burned out. The 4 is burned out. So we have been just kind of guessing at the time. So 47.2 seconds. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley, and that wind is really picking up now. The rain's not hard, but it is coming down as umbrellas are starting to show up. And you just hope they can get this one in. Clock winds. 1st and 10. Abercrombie is lined up on the right. Snap back. They hand it off to Kane. Kane right side again. Pushes ahead up over the 40 to about the 42. Goes Miguel Kane. Picked up about 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. And I think that's the end. That is the final play of the third period. Hurricane leads it with 1 quarter to play. 49-35 is your score. You're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
For a path to success in service, the West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit nationalguard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
My name is Micah Daniels from Huntington, West Virginia. I'm at Bridge Valley and I'm working on earning an associate's degree in manufacturing. Jumpstart is a career savings program for skilled workers. You know, with blue-collar work, you always need money for tools. So with that Jumpstart program, I can rest easy. New sets of tools need to be bought. I'm good.
The Jumpstart Savings Program is celebrating skilled workers and offers state tax advantages while you save for future expenses. Find out if a Jumpstart Savings account is right for you. Take the quiz today.
Ready to start the 4th quarter. Hurricanes got a 49-35 lead, and nobody's wanting to waste any time because that weather is starting to bear down. Still just a drizzle of rain, but when you look at the radar north of us here in Putnam County, over on the Kanawha River and north in the Buffalo area, looks like where it's really pounding and north of there. So they're hoping to get this one in. 2nd down and 2 for Spring Valley. Snap back. Handoff. Kane. Kane bends it back to the inside. He's got a 1st down run. Up over the 45 to the 50-yard line goes Miguel Kane. And Spring Valley, trailing by 2 touchdowns, is now fighting for its life.
Kane looking good in the 3rd quarter, but the big playability of Spring Valley kind of going by the wayside. 21-0 3rd quarter in favor of the Redskins.
Hurricanes defense really wanting to stop right here because that might be the coffin nail if they can hold them here and score again. Ball spotted right at midfield, 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves. Shotgun formation for Liam McGuire. He takes it, hands it off to Miguel Kane. Kane pushing again. He's at the 45 and is very close to a 1st down as he's brought down about a yard shy. Miguel Kane On the run, picks up 9.
Ethan Chill on the stop there, finally able to get the stop. His helmet pops off, and he'll have to set out of play.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. There we go. My light turned off on me. Can't see a thing here in the dark. 2nd and 1. For Spring Valley, clock winding. We're at 10:58 to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation for McGuire. He's got Kane beside him. Snap back, McGuire. Drop back, play action, keeps it himself. He's going to be hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Boy, oh boy. He almost pulled off a fantastic throw there, trying to get it into the hands of his receiver, Bo Christopher. Christopher just couldn't handle it, and McGuire had to let it go as he was being hit and threw it a little shy, a little short.
A great rush by the edge. Joey Keanu, maybe not the edge, maybe that little linebacker edge play, and he gets to the quarterback, doesn't get the sack. It looks like Tyshawn Dews is coming up a little lame off the sideline.
Yeah, Dews was lying on his back, and he got up and ran to the sideline, and they have sent, looks like Burnett goes in there for him. Snap back, 3rd and 1. Throw is short. It may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage by one of those big defensive linemen, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 1 for Spring Valley. Stops the clock with 10:42 to go.
Looks like that was Kylan Grace getting a fingertip on the ball, really knocking it down, making it a dying duck, and it's 4th and 1.
And that was a really, really good play because that was going to be complete. The receiver, the intended receiver, was wide open. 4th and 1, big play here for both teams. Hurricanes defense trying to rise up. McGuire goes to the sideline, gets the play directly from the coaching staff, and he's got what he wants. He sets him down. He's going to send Abercrombie out to the left. And he's got Kane beside him in the backfield and one man lined up to the right on the wing behind the tackle. McGuire maybe trying to draw Hurricane off sides, and they're not going to fall for it, so Spring Valley is going to take the timeout. Trailing 49-35 with 10:42 to go in the game. Spring Valley wants the timeout. We'll keep it right here. And this has been, this is what I was talking about when we were talking about the keys to the game in the pregame. Spring Valley typically is not a team that is built to come from behind. They're a team that dominates the football, holds it for long periods of time, and then scores and doesn't give you very many opportunities. Hurricane has been able to overcome that, and now that they've got themselves a 2-touchdown lead, if they can stop them right here, that'll really put them in good shape.
And you really called that, Chris. Obviously, you saw it looks like Spring Valley, as soon as they gave up the lead, all the momentum was just blown out of the stadium for them. 28 points in the second quarter, one touchdown in the first quarter. You would think offensively with that performance, that would be good enough to play with the lead, and you wouldn't have to worry about that key to the game of trying to play from behind and not being a good team in the catch-up department. And now here we are in the fourth quarter, and they're having to play catch-up.
Update on the weather that we have been watching very cautiously from our perch here above the field. The rain was really not hard. It was just kind of a sprinkle, but it has now stopped, and it looks like that the wind is just coming in spurts for the moment. 4th and 1. Spring Valley, snap back. McGuire looks, throws across the middle, complete to Abercrombie. What a clutch catch by Abercrombie. The senior hauls it in Hurricane territory at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. What a 4th down conversion for the Timberwolves.
And you've got to know where he is at all times. A great route runner, and you saw it right there. 4th and 1. You don't need anything overcomplicated, and he runs a great pattern right there. Converts and moves the chains.
You call on your playmakers to make plays, and that's exactly what he did. 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves, 10-16 on a winding fourth quarter clock. They trail by 2 touchdowns. The snap, throw is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Bryce Fuller, who was running on a down and in. Just a quick slant pass there. Fuller could not handle it, and it falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 10:09 to go in the game.
A great conversion on the play before by Abercrombie. For Hurricane, number 12, Jaden Smith, made a really good tackle. Abercrombie, if he would have broke that tackle, there would have been another safety help there, but he might have been off to the races right there. A touchdown-saving tackle, but a great conversion.
2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Redskins. Spring Valley's Liam McGuire brings them to the line. He's going to send 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. He's got Kane as the sidecar to his right. Snap. Hands it off to Kane. Kane looking for running room, trying to make the corner at the turn, but there is nothing there but red defensive pressure. And he is stopped cold after a gain of maybe a yard. They're going to say his forward progress gave him 1 yard, but defensively, Hurricane doing a great job up front and allowing him nothing.
And the defensive front and the linebacker play here in the second half is a lot better for the Redskins. I'm sure Donnie Mays wanted to see that, and I'm sure that was a point of addressing in the locker room. Obviously the secondary play, but also the push up front, and that's no easy task against the Timberwolves.
Here they come to the line. 3rd down and 9. Big play here for the Timberwolves, who trail by 2 touchdowns. McGuire moves Ferguson from right over to the left. Now twin receivers either way. McGuire takes it, drops back, pressure comes, throws the screen. It is complete. And he's at the 30. That was Kane, and man, he is hit. As he and Shalik Hampton met face mask to face mask, and Hampton stopped him short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1 as they mark the ball at the Hurricane 31-yard line. The line to make is the 29. No, excuse me, the 24. They mark it at the 26. The 24 is the line to make. It's 4th down and 2 for Spring Valley. 8:47 on a winding 4th quarter clock. Hurricane leads 49-35.
Miguel Kane came up just short right there, but he'll take that any day of the week. A little dump-off pass a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage and makes it a 4th and short.
Spring Valley breaks the huddle. They come to the line of scrimmage. They send 3 receivers to the left. McGuire shotgun, puts Kane on his left side this time. Big 4th down. Rolling to the left. Pressure comes, throws across the middle. It is caught by Abercrombie at the 20. He's into the open field to the 10 and out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Jalen Abercrombie, as McGuire had to throw it under duress, and Abercrombie was right there to haul it in and convert on 4th down and 2. And that is about the 4th time tonight that Spring Valley has gotten a 4th down conversion at a key period in the game.
Yeah, Chris, and Hurricane sent the defensive pressure with a blitz. Credit to Liam McGuire for standing in when one defender for Hurricane went untouched. The composure of McGuire to stay in and get the ball out in a timely manner.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Spring Valley needing 2 scores to get back in this game. They can get one right here. I know they're wanting it. Shotgun formation. Handed off to Kane. Kane picking his way through the line. He's at the 5 and down to the 3. His helmet comes off. Flags come flying in. His helmet came off. He wasn't down, and he kept on going, throwing caution to the wind, and now flags have flown everywhere.
We'll see what the penalty is. Maybe it was a face mask. Maybe that's why the helmet came off.
Well, we'll find out, but his helmet did come off, and normally under the rules he would have to come out for a play, but Spring Valley is in the huddle acting as if that's exactly what happened. Let's hear the call. That's exactly what it was.
Yep. Big face mask grab right there by Ethan Chill of Hurricane. Didn't really intend to, kind of just throwing out his fingers, and he caught that face mask and
ripped his helmet off.
His momentum took him the other way, and he just ripped it as he made one fluid motion.
So that's going to be an automatic 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal. Ball is spotted at the 2-yard line for Spring Valley, but they're taking an awful lot of time to do this. 7:55 to go on a winding 4th quarter clock. McGuire sends Abercrombie in motion to the left. Snap, hand off to Kane. Kane's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage, pushes forward, and he's in there. Touchdown, Spring Valley. With 7:44 to go, the Timberwolves have pulled within a touchdown of the Redskins. And now we'll line up for the extra point. So neither one of these teams is done. But you have to wonder, did Spring Valley just have to take too much time to do that? Because Hurricane's going to get the ball back here with a little less than 7.5 minutes left in the game, and they're going to have to milk the clock, which is not really how they're built either.
Right.
The extra point. Kick in the air. Kick is blocked. Kick was blocked by the Redskins, and that might just be the difference right there. With 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the game, your score, Hurricane 49. 49 to 41. Hurricane in the lead. You're listening to high school football on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Timberwolves. Sorry.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
49-41. Miguel Kane finds the end zone again for his second touchdown of the game. 14-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by the 2-yard run, but it took a lot of time, Chris, and the Spring Valley Timberwolves are kicking it back off to the Redskins.
Yeah, well, kickoffs have been an adventure tonight for both these teams. Let's see, will they try the onside kick? Or will they at least try to kick it straight up in the air and try to flood the players down there? Minnick is having a hard time getting it to stand up because that wind has picked up again. The flagpoles on top of the end zone are standing and straight, so it's a pretty stiff breeze down there on the field. Here's the kick, straight up in the air. It's going to come down to be fielded at the 15-yard line by Dews. Dews is going to run it out of bounds and not risk anything else. So Hurricane leading by a touchdown, and the clock continues to roll. He went out of bounds. That should have stopped.
Still rolling.
It's still rolling. So they're going to mark this at the 15-yard line or 16-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
And they're going to fix this clock issue. Spring Valley pointing up to the clock.
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering, that should have stopped as soon as Dews went out. They're going to probably have to put about 30 seconds back on this thing.
About 30, 35 at least.
So we'll see. I'm sure they're going to have to put some time back on it. Because Spring Valley was saying, hey. Stop.
Every second is precious for the Timberwolves, especially after methodically driving down the field 80 yards right there, but taking a lot of time off the clock.
All right, they reset it to 7:40. So 7:40 left in the game, and Hurricanes got the ball 1st and 10 at their own 16. Velatombi shotgun formation. High snap, gets it into the hands of Grace. Grace goes to the right side, pushes ahead. Up over the 20 goes Kylan Grace. And the clock rolls now at 7:29.
Semi-close to disaster there. We've seen the center and Noah Velatombi have some issues with snaps. That one was high, not completely over his head, but he had to come off the ground a little bit, and there that ball would have ended up around the 10-yard line of the Redskins.
And that rain is now starting to blow in again. Not really heavy at this point, not necessarily a factor, but certainly enough to get some umbrellas out here in the crowd. And it's 2nd down and 4. 7:02 to go in the game. Clock winding. The snap to Velatombi, hands it off to Grace. Nope, keeps it himself, pulls it out of his belly, keeps it. He's getting to the open field across the 30, the 40. Velatombi into the open field. He's got one man to beat. He's trying to get away from him. Pushes to the pylon. Touchdown, Hurricane. A 78-yard touchdown run by Noah Velatombi. And how about that as an answer? Velatombi, 78 yards to the house. And that might be the coffin nail right there.
And Spring Valley really pursued Grace, the running back right there. Velatombi, when you run that read option so well, like he knows how to do, he knows exactly when to pull it out right there, and he does. A 1,400-yard runner last year as a running back. He knows how to run down the field. He knows how to be a burner, and he did just that right there. What a run.
Yeah, he outran everybody. He had one defender, but he beat him right to the pylon and scores. 55-41. Is your score. 6:43 to go in the ball game. As Seth Casto lines up again for another extra point. A lot of scoring in this game, and they're going to blow the play dead. Flags fly even before the snap is made. Looks like there might have been movement by the Redskins. And it's going to be a false start against Hurricane. So they're going to back it up and kick it from 5 yards further away. That should not be a huge problem for Seth Casto, who's got a pretty good range. This is about where he was trying to kick that field goal from last week that was blocked by Huntington. So he will kick it from the 15-yard line. It'll be a 25-yard extra point. And he puts his foot into it, kicks it a little further, but the outcome about what it's been all night long, it is good. 6:43 to go in this game, and Hurricane has built a 56-41 lead. This is high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
We have the skill set internally to take almost any project from a concept all the way through to completion. We don't manufacture widgets. We do things that make a huge impact to society, so we take what we do very, very seriously. There's a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that you really contributed to society, really did your part to make where you are from a better place than it was before you came there.
Well, welcome back in. 56-41 is your score. Noah Velathami with his third touchdown on the ground of the game, a 78-yard touchdown for number 7.
All right, so Hurricanes got a 56-41 lead, 6:43 to go in the game. The wind is picking up. The rain has died down again, so hopefully that won't be a factor. Short kick taken at the 29 by Spring Valley, up across the 40. Up across the 50, still on his feet, and down to the 41-yard line on the return for the Timberwolves. And that's going to be Wagner returning it for Spring Valley. So down by 2 scores. Spring Valley not giving up at all.
Wagner, Ferguson, Abercrombie, it doesn't really matter. Any special teams player they put out there, they know how to run down the field, and they know how to run after contact and get it over the 50.
Scrappy bunch, Spring Valley. And keep in mind, this year they are actually competing in AAA, so they're not going to have to face the likes of Martinsburg and Huntington and Cabell Midland and Hurricane in the playoffs. They're going to be able to take on teams that are a little more, well, usually smaller than them in the class they are in. So they've got a bright future. Snap back. McGuire looking, throws it under pressure. It's caught across the middle. Flag flies back at the line of scrimmage and hauling in that ball. Looks like Cole Ferguson hauled it in, but it may be negated. There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Actually behind the line of scrimmage.
Looked like Liam McGuire took a little bit of a lick there, stood in and delivered a good ball with pressure. Looked like he paid for it.
He did indeed. Definitely the pressure was coming, and it looks like it's going to be a hold against Spring Valley. The officials are talking to Donnie Mays about what he wants to do. In fact, they might have two flags. And it was a hold against Spring Valley. And they're going to mark it off. It happened at the 41-yard line. They'll mark off the 10-yard penalty, and that will put it at the 49-yard line of the Timberwolves. It'll be 1st and 20.
That was Braxton Carter on the hold there, number 70, 6 foot, 275 pounds, but held the jersey a little bit too long.
So McGuire was under duress as he unloaded that one. He did complete it, though, to Ferguson. Twin receivers either way for the Timberwolves. McGuire, shotgun formation. He's got Kane off to his left. Hurricane brings 4. McGuire, here they come. Throws it downfield, and he overthrows everybody. He was intending to get it to Abercrombie, but he overthrew everybody. Abercrombie may not have run the route he expected, and the ball was nowhere near anyone with an opportunity to catch it. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:21 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Spring Valley likes to see the clock stop, but finally the Hurricane defense coming up big here in the 4th quarter, and they can't really get that explosive big play material that they had in the 2nd quarter. It's been all Redskins.
2nd down and 20 from the 49-yard line of the Timberwolves. Hurricane leads it 56-41. We are in the 4th quarter with 6:21 to go. Liam McGuire brings his team to the line. Twin receivers either way for the Timberwolves. Snap back, he drops back, looking, pressure comes, he dumps it off to Kane. Kane across midfield, he's got 1st down yardage and more. Down inside the 30 goes Miguel Kane, making things happen after the throw. The pressure was collapsing on McGuire, and he just hit the safety valve, and that was Kane coming out of the backfield, and he made some things happen.
And we said it before the game, this is not a prototypical Spring Valley team with so much talent and so many good skill positions, and we've seen that. It's been as advertised with Miguel Kane. He's been great today in the pass and run game. Cole Ferguson, Jaden Abercrombie, and Liam McGuire. They've all been really good.
1st and 10 for Spring Valley at the Hurricane 28-yard line. Shotgun formation. Spring Valley sends 3 to the right. Got a sidecar to the left. And McGuire calling for the ball. Drops back, looks, throws. Man is over there. It is complete. And they're going to try to keep him in bounds. They stop him. Hauling that one in is Bryce Fuller. I think he had a first down. Hurricanes defense trying to keep him in bounds to keep the clock rolling. But the first down will allow the clock to stop long enough to reset the chains anyway. 6:04 is the time.
Really good spin move there by Bryce Fuller after the catch to ensure the first down. It looked like he was going to have it regardless, but a really good spin cycle move right there.
17-yard line. They say apparently they did get out of bounds. They did not start the clock. 1st and 10 for Spring Valley. Not going away. Trailing by 2 touchdowns here. McGuire calls for it, hands it to Kane. Kane nowhere to run. Hurricanes right there bottling him up. He does get a couple out of it, but good pursuit that time by the Redskins. He takes it down to the 15-yard line. And it looks like, is he injured? Yes, he's slow to get up. Looks like he might have a cramp. I'm not a doctor, but that's certainly the move that they put on people when they have a cramp.
Yep.
So they're out to attend to Miguel Kane with 5:52 to go in the ball game. Hurricanes got a 56-41 lead. This game really broke open in the second period. How many scores did we have? It was 7-7 at the end of one, and then in the last 2 minutes, I think we had 4 or 5 touchdowns.
28 points from Spring Valley in the second quarter, 21 from Hurricane, and yes, 4 touchdowns within the last minute 30.
Our producer Coop back on Virginia Street said in my ear, he can play defense anytime, guys. As he was the one that was charged with editing the play calls as they were coming rapid fire there in the second period.
And Chris, I thought last week in my first game against Huntington Hurricane, I thought that was a shootout. This is quite a bit of a shootout, 56 points here with 5:52 to go for the Redskins.
It's definitely not the game that Brad Dingus wanted. I talked to him this week prior to the game, and he said we don't want to get into a track meet with him, and that's what this ultimately became. But frankly, they have fared a lot better than most past Spring Valley teams do when they get into a track meet. He was right. This is a different team with a lot of different kind of athletes. They've got speedy skill guys, which typically, when you talk about Spring Valley, it's just a big, powerful bunch of bruisers that are going to bulldoze right over top of you. But they've got some guys with some speed. 3 to the right as we get ready to go here. 2nd down and 8. Clock winds. McGuire throws into the end zone. It's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver down there. That was Abercrombie. Couldn't haul it in. That will stop the clock with 5:46 to go. Abercrombie thought he was going to get him another one right there.
It looked like a bullet there from McGuire. Not sure if it was behind him or not, but it did have a lot of mustard on it and just right off the hands of Abercrombie.
So 3rd down and about 8 as the clock is stopped with 5:46 to go in the game. 56-41 is your score. Hurricane on top and trying to repel another offensive onslaught by Spring Valley. The Timberwolves have refused to go away. Hurricane building a 2-touchdown lead. McGuire sending twin receivers either way. Brings a man in motion left to right. That's Ferguson. Snap back. McGuire looks, throws it to Ferguson. Who's open? Hit right at the 10. Bounces off the tackle. Spin move down to the 5-yard line. Cole Ferguson. What a catch and way to shed the tackle. Goes down to the 5-yard line. Flag comes in. We'll have to check that. It may have negated his run.
What a move right there. If you put him in a phone booth right now, I don't know if you could tackle him. That was a great set of moves. Really 1-2. A great, really combo right there. Not just one good move, 2, 3 good moves right there, and it might all be for naught.
Jaden Smith came up and hit him, and he bounced right off of him and spun. But it is going to be negated, as they're going to say there was an ineligible receiver downfield for Spring Valley. And the Timberwolves can't seem to catch a break.
No, they can't. A great run after the catch right there. Again, all negated right there. Got to be deflating. Here we go. 5:36 on the clock and the rain coming down yet again. And that'll move them back past the 25.
Well, Spring Valley is going to have
to the 20,
Spring Valley is going to have to score twice. And they're making it harder and harder with every play that they don't get it into the end zone. Hurricanes defense content to just let them play, and as long as they don't score, keep burning that clock. Ball's back now at the 20-yard line. 3rd down and about 13. Motion man is Ferguson, left to right. Snap back, McGuire. Throws it into the end zone again. He has hit his receiver. I believe that's going to be Dixon hauling it in right at about the 4-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down. Gabe Dixon on a sliding catch at the 3.
Good throw right there. Great play by Dixon to slide there and ensure the ball is not going to go off the carpet, move the chains, and get it to 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Clock is rolling. Inside of 5 minutes now. 4:46 to go in the game. Spring Valley sets it up 1st and goal. McGuire takes it, hands it off, and punching it in for the touchdown. New runner into the game for Spring Valley. That's going to be Logan Harris. Harris takes it in for the touchdown, and Spring Valley has pulled within 9.
Harris
56-47.
Harris really going in untouched right there. Again, running back 2 on the team. It's been a heavy dose of Miguel Kane, but getting on the scoreboard is Harris.
Extra point from Ryan Minnick. Kick is in the air. That kick is good. So Hurricane leads it with 4:33 to go in the game, but it's a touchdown ball game, 56-48. With 4:33 to go, you're listening to high school football on the voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Need a lawyer.
Putnam County, West Virginia. Be competitive, you're the dragon. Catch a
Need a lawyer? Then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Away quietly, it's 56-48 is your score. 4:33 left to go in the 4th quarter. A 9-play, 59-yard drive for the Timberwolves, capped off by a Logan Harris touchdown from 3 yards out, and it's a 1-score game.
All right, so we line it up to kick it off again, 56-48. And it does look like this time that they may try the onside kick by the way they are lining up. Hurricane brings more players up closer as they get ready to scramble for this ball. Spring Valley desperate to get it back because they may not get another opportunity. Here it comes. It is an onside kick. It's going to take the bounce and go out of bounds. So does Donnie Mays take it right there and make him kick it again? It did exactly what you wanted it to do. It rolled several times and then had the big jump, but it went over the head of everybody and out of bounds.
I think you'll take it right there all day long. And that is kind of what you want on the onside kick. You kind of just want chaos, and when you put it right into the ground and let it pop up, that might give your hands team a chance, but it hopped too far and it went right out of bounds.
Yeah, it gets deceptive when you're trying to catch that thing as it comes rolling at you. You know what it's going to do, but you can't break yourself from going after it. So they are going to spot this ball. All right. So they are going to say that it went out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. And they are going to, well, they've still not spotted the ball yet. I thought they had it marked at the 49. Actually, they're going to say it went out at the 46. They're trying to get it set up, and will then, all right, there it is, 46-yard line. It went out at about the 48 of Hurricane. So the 46 of Spring Valley is the line of scrimmage. And here we go. Velatambi checks into the ball game with the play. And he goes out there in the shotgun formation. The snap. Hand off to Grace. Grace right up the middle. Got running room inside the 40. Breaks away. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Hurricane. Kalen Grace breaks away on a 46-yard touchdown run. The first play from scrimmage. And that will likely do it. 62-48 as Hurricane answers the bell once again with a quick touchdown and puts Spring Valley down by 2 scores again. 4:23 to go in the ball game, and Hurricane has a commanding lead.
And with under 5 minutes left to play, that's what you want if you're Donnie Mays. 1-score game, pound the rock to Kylan Grace, let him work, try to pick up some first downs and run the clock without running Noah Velatambi and putting the ball on the ground. And instead he gives it to Grace and just takes it right down the field.
Well, you're trying to keep it on the ground, keep the clock rolling, but, you know, if Grace doesn't get tackled, he's sure not going to fall down. He just takes off. Extra point coming from Casto. It's in the air, and it is good. And now, with 4:23 to go, it's Hurricane 63, Spring Valley 48. This is high school football on the Voice of Charleston, 580 WCHS.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
4:23 left to go in this ball game. 63-48 is your score. Spring Valley scores, makes it a 1-score game, but in one play, Kaylin Grace, the running back, takes it downfield, 46 yards up the middle, and scores it for the Redskins.
63-48, 4:23 to go in the game. And as I look over at your paperwork, you've run out of paper.
There's no more spots for a touchdown.
Somebody call office supply and help my man out here. All right, kickoff. It's going to be a squib kick, roll down. It's going to go out of bounds and stop the clock. 4:23 to go, and that's going to be a penalty.
Wondering what the play is there. I get the squib to keep it kind of on the ground, and once Abercrombie or Cole Ferguson picks it up, they don't have much momentum.
You want to get that clock rolling. You
Yeah.
possibly get it back, and you sure don't want to give up another touchdown on the return, which they've done once tonight already.
But it was aimed a little bit more towards the left than you think. If you're going to squib it and put it on the ground, I don't know. I thought it might go more towards the center, but it's a penalty for Hurricane, and Spring Valley will take it.
They'll take it right there at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Spring Valley, if they want to win this game, got to score twice. And Hurricane, both times that Spring Valley has had long drives for a score, Hurricane comes right back and stings them quickly. Twin receivers either way for the Timberwolves. McGuire drops back, looks, throws left side. Got a man over there. It is complete. Ball comes out. It's going to be recovered by Spring Valley. Wow, that was very fortunate for the Timberwolves. That was Bryce Fuller who came up with the catch, and it was Cole Ferguson that made the recovery right there, Johnny on the spot. As it stands, it's now a 1st down for the Timberwolves. Clock rolling with 4:11 to go. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Hurricane with a 63-48 lead, and Spring Valley refusing to go away quietly. 3 receivers go to the right this time for Liam McGuire from his shotgun position. Takes the ball, drops back, looks to the right. Pressure comes. They flush him out. He throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. Overthrows his intended receiver, Jalen Abercrombie. And it stops the clock with 3:44 to go.
And the Hurricane corners were Johnny on the spot, every single one of them right there. One of the rare plays we've seen today where every corner is on their receiver, and there's not much for the quarterback that he can do, and Liam McGuire just has to roll out, look for something, and force something that's not there.
Stops the clock with 3:44. The rain is now basically a slight mist is about all it is. The wind has died down, and we haven't seen much of that lightning to the north for several minutes now. I've not been paying too much attention to it, but the threat looks to be diminishing, at least at this point, of impacting the game. 2nd and 10 for Spring Valley. The snap. He kicks it out to the left side. That's into the hands of Logan Harris. And Harris takes it ahead, and a flag comes out at the end of the play. Harris catching it out of the backfield. He got a 1st down into Hurricane territory.
That'll likely be a horse collar tackle right there. Add 15 more yards to the play with a stop clock.
That'll tack it on to the end, and it does stop the clock at 3:36 as the officiating crew talks it over. We'll find out exactly what the call was, but I think you're right. It was something with the tackle, and it'll be against Hurricane. Okay, it's going to be a 5-yard variety face mask against Hurricane at the end of the run. So that'll tack 5 on to the end of that outlet pass to Logan Harris. And that will move the ball ahead into Hurricane territory. Happened at the end of the run at about the 40. They'll take it all the way down to about the 36-yard line is where they will spot the ball. 1st and 10. Spring Valley comes to the line. McGuire this time's got 3 receivers to the right. Takes it and rolls to the right. Backside pressure coming. He's going to throw a long pass downfield into the end zone, and it's going to be caught, but was he out of bounds? Yes, he was out of bounds. He hauled it in, and a great call, the official right there to make it. And it looks like that was Gabe Dixon again. He was right there in the corner, went up and caught it, but when he came down, his entire body was out in the white.
Yeah, Dixon wide open right there. A perfect ball would have put him in the end zone for a touchdown, but little room for error there for Liam McGuire, and you know, Dixon was kind of arguing that it was a touchdown, but looked like he stepped out of bounds before his fingers even made contact with the ball, so that would automatically be no touchdown, and it looked like his foot was out as well.
2nd and 10 from the Hurricane 36-yard line. 3:28 to go in the ball game. That incomplete pass stops the clock. They go with 3 receivers again to the right for the Timberwolves and 1 to the left. Snap back. They hand it off this time to yes, that was Harris carrying the ball right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 5 yards, give him 6 yards down to the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Clock winding, about to go inside of 3 minutes left in the game. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5, actually. Check me on that. Spring Valley refusing to go away, but they are down by 2 scores, so they've got a mountain to climb if they want to pull something out here. But if you look at the second quarter, 2.5 minutes had a lot to do. Pass, the outlet. Oh, what a hit! My goodness gracious, ball falls incomplete, and that was an absolute wicked stick from Hurricane. Coming up to make that hit was Joey Keano.
My goodness, Joey Keano. We've said his name a lot over the last 2 weeks. Senior leadership right there, and man, what a hit! A clean hit right on the shoulder pads right there. Man, what a lick!
And that was Logan Harris, who took that lick and got up and walked back to the huddle, but he didn't hurry back to the huddle. That was quite a hit.
And Harris didn't really have a chance on that play. Right when he looked up and got the ball, it was too late.
Well, he was extended, and Keano saw that and closed on him, and just as the ball arrived, so did Keano, and that was the end of that. 4th and 5 here for Spring Valley. 2:41 to go. And now whistles blow, and it looks like that Spring Valley is going to call a timeout. So timeout on the field with 2:41 to go. We'll keep it right here. 63-48 is the score. Coming up in a moment, we will get you to Metro News Game Night as soon as our game concludes here. Next Friday night, you and I will be on the road at Parkersburg as Hurricane travels to face the Big Reds at Stadium Field. Have you ever been to Stadium Field?
No, but my best friend is from there. He played there, and I know one side of the bleachers are condemned.
Yes, they stand there as a monument to we're not going to do anything. I was there one time and called a game there. Beautiful, historic, old facility, but you're right. That one stadium over on the school side, that one grandstand is just covered with 3 big banners that say PHS.
And a beautiful basketball arena, too. I played there in my heyday, and a very old, historic feel to it. Kind of felt like a mini version of the Logan Fieldhouse in Logan County.
And speaking of being around a long time, we have failed to mention that this is the 100th season of Hurricane football, and they are celebrating that this year. And the Redskins looking to salt away the first victory of their 100th season tonight, if we can keep that clock rolling. 2:41 to go. Here's the snap on 4th and 5. Rolling to the right. Throw is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and that time it was all on Gabe Dixon, and he knew it. He was open, and the ball just went right between his hands. So it will go over on downs with 2:36 to go. And with a 63-48 lead, Hurricane needs to go out there and burn 236 and salt this one away.
And it's an uphill climb for Spring Valley regardless, but that play would have easily moved the chains. It kind of just went right through the hands of Dixon. He knew it as soon. I don't even believe the ball hit the turf before he had put his hands on his helmet, knowing that the ball was about 5 yards past him at that point, and that's about the story of the third and fourth quarter for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, he should have had that one, and he knew it. Immediately kicking himself for that. 1st and 10 for Hurricane, 2:36 to go. They'll have the ball at their own 31-yard line with a 63-48 lead. Here comes Noah Valatombi. Calls for the ball. High snap, gets it into the hands of Grace. Grace moves ahead, drives up over the 35, and is brought down after a gain. Colin Grace picks up about 8, 2nd down and 2. The clock rolling at 2:20 left in the game. Redskins with a commanding lead, 63-48. And they are in no hurry, just letting the clock wind down. Well-played game by the Timberwolves. They came in here and they gave Hurricane everything they wanted and hung in there to the end, but in the end, Hurricane just got ahead of them and they couldn't catch up. Milking all of the play clock that he can. Valatombi is waiting for the snap and just letting that clock wind down to 1:45. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 when they finally snap the ball. There it is. Hands it off to Grace. Grace pushes ahead. He's up to the 40. He's not going to get that 1st down. Spring Valley with a little pride there, not going to let him have it easy. He's going to be just shy of that 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. He may have gotten it. They do give him progress to the 41. So, yes, 1st down for Hurricane. That will momentarily stop the clock, or it should. It didn't. Minute 30. I don't think they're going to fuss about it. Ball to the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hurricane, and the Redskins are beginning the celebration on the sideline with a win over Spring Valley here this evening. They huddle up. The play clock has not worked at all here tonight. So the play clock is being kept by the man with the white hat. And that is who Valatombi is communicating with. And we're now inside of a minute. And Valatombi is in the safe position. And now a flag flies. I think they might have taken too much time.
I think they did.
They did. Delay a game, so they'll march it back 5 yards. It stops the clock with, what's the clock say?
48.7 on the clock.
48.7. If you look at the clock, it just says 8.7.
You want to make it interesting on us.
But our trusty guys from Metro News Television have the actual clock at their disposal, but I can't see it from where I'm sitting. All right, in victory formation, Valatombi's going to take a knee, and that should wind it down right there. They don't have to run another play. And Hurricane begins the celebration as they win it tonight over Spring Valley, 63-48. Final score, what a game it was. A ton of offense tonight, particularly an explosion of points by both teams in the second period. But in the end, Hurricane got a stop, got a score, got up by 2 touchdowns, and from there, although Spring Valley did try to keep pace, they never could catch back up. Well-played ball game, at least offensively by both teams. Defensive coordinators are probably going to have a lot to mull over in film study tomorrow.
What a game. What an offensive showing by both teams. Enough offense for about 2 to 3 games worth of a normal West Virginia high school game.
Final score, Hurricane wins it tonight 63-48. We'll take a break and be back to wrap up our broadcast on 580 WCHS, the voice of Charleston.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
We could all use a little more time outdoors with a fresh fall escape to West Virginia.
(63-48) your final this evening as Hurricane wins its first game of the 2024 campaign. They go to 1-1 on the season. Spring Valley falls to 1-1 after the loss. But my goodness, how much offense have we seen tonight, and not a lot of defense?
Not much defense at all. I think really where the game flipped, 28 points for Spring Valley in the second quarter is absurd. That's unheard of. 21, though, for Hurricane. Spring Valley looking like they have the momentum. It goes into halftime, a close game, and then 21 points for the Redskins in the third quarter to Spring Valley's 0. Tons of offense in every quarter for the Redskins. 63 points, unbelievable for the Redskins. A great showing, and I think you have to give a lot of credit to Noah Velatombi and Kylan Grace. Kylan Grace last week, a great running back, but splitting carries with A.J. Gregory. This week, 3 touchdowns, well over 100 yards, able to break it free multiple times. He's my MVP of the game.
All right, 63-48 your final, and that's going to wrap up our broadcast this evening. I'm Chris Lawrence for Aaron Parker. We'll be with you next Friday night from Parkersburg as Hurricane travels to Stadium Field. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock next week. So for Aaron Parker, I'm Chris Lawrence. Your final score, Hurricane wins at 63-48 over Spring Valley. Let's send it to Metro News Game Night in progress.